All right, guys. We're yeah, we're going live, and we are now live. So, hi guys. There have been a bunch of arguments that have been keeping us from playing, and I'm sure they're going to continue. Um, but yeah, but hi. Before we do a quick round of introductions, hi. We are here today to play a game called The Quiet Year, made by Avery Adler over at buriedwithoutceremony.com. It is a fun map making game, and we're gonna try to chill and do it with 5 people. Mel slash Melouette is not here right now, but we are being allowed to use the Google Meets that no one but Melouette owns. So we're going to be chilling in here, and maybe at some point Mel will come by and grace us. But let's go around and do quick intros. I will just go first because I'm already talking. Hi, I'm Vander. If you're here, it's because you probably already kind of know who I am, because this is my stream. But hi, thank you for coming if you don't. I do photography, videography, and role-playing stuff. Whoever wants to go next. I'm going to point to Kareen because Kareen's right above me, and it feels very Brady Bunch-like. You have the Kim possible alarm. Did you know if you add 2 more beeps to that, it becomes the Power Ranger theme? Uh, yeah. Nice. We love that. So, like I dragged him out of the Feywild, that's fine. whatever, whatever crystalline pools of color you come through. Um, yeah, but just so people know, we are. Did you get that joke? Okay. Okay. Cool. That's fine. I was just like, that was a very meta D&D joke. I wasn't sure you'd get it, but okay, cool. Cool. Glad someone did. So we were playing. It's not heavily modified, but slightly modified because we have a different number of people, and we or I bought the Quiet Year on Roll20 because it had a lot of the pieces and made it pretty easy for anyone to just come in and use. I have made some changes, which I'm going to quickly go over before we begin. Or actually, not well, not before we begin. While we're playing, actually, because it works better in tandem from what I looked over before. Um, but this is a map drawing game. We do have a base set out because I asked them if they wanted to do a valley or a tundra, and we had valley, and well, I use incarnate because I can't draw. Um, this is a game about community, difficult choices, and creating landscapes. When you play, you make decisions about the community, decisions that get recorded on a map that is constantly involving Parts of the map are literal cartography, while other parts are symbolic. Players work together to create and steer this community, but they also play devil's advocate and introduce problems and tensions into the game. So that is our role. We're going to get a little more into it when I actually have to read through a bunch of stuff. But a very quick summary of what this game is going to be is that a normal deck of 52 cards is divided by suits, which are considered seasons, and we start in spring and go to winter. And each card has instructions or ideas for us to work off of and build this community that had a disaster happen and has a foreboding one coming in the future that they have no idea about. They just know that they're building a community. They don't know that there is technically a fate in store for them at the end. Although that is the normal version, we will be playing again modified a bit where they know something's coming, but they don't know exactly what is coming. And we are doing teams because technically it's only made for 2 to 4 people, but I wanted to play with more people. So we are having me as myself, which is going to be the color gray corner, the bottom right corner, which is like our locations for any of our own stuff, which probably doesn't really need to get used. Purple, I believe, is Echo and Artemis. And then we have blue for Kareen and Poppy. Any other additional info that you guys would like to bring up before I start literally reading through everything about what we're about to play? I will allow it. It doesn't look like it's whole ass still. It looks like it's currently in half-ass state. Okay, there you go. Proud of you. Don't. Okay. I was like, I don't know where this is about to go. Cool. So we have all the stuff that we need set up. And let's see. This game takes between 3 and 4 hours normally, but it's us, so it's probably gonna take like 7. Um, we'll see what happens. I would like it to also not take 7 hours, but I make no promises knowing us. We do. Not not just Koreans. It was a little bit everybody. There was it was literally Sprig doing. You had literally an itinerary for Sprig for every single day, which definitely did not shorten the session. It definitely extended it a bit. You fool! You fool! Yeah, I'm okay with it. Oh, and I have, I, please do, always do. I know. Um, so we are going to start. Yep. So we are going to start. Well, that might be a great idea, actually. Look at Echo, giving the go ahead for that. All right, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, so I'm going to read through chapter 2, then I will pause at the end of that, and then we'll go on to chapter 3, which is rules, and then after reading those 2 chapters, which is really not a hell of a lot, but it's going to be a little bit of an info dump, we will begin playing. And I will unmute whenever you have questions about specific things, that way I don't go on a tangent beyond what it is you guys have questions about. Also, I currently don't have a way to keep Twitch open, so if there are comments on there, someone be nice and message me. Um, hopefully it'll appear on OBS, but OBS has failed me before, and I'm sure it'll fail me again. So, cool, I'm fine with that. So chapter 2, part A, the opening story. For a long time we were at war with the jackals. Now finally we've driven them off and we're left with this, a year of relative peace. One quiet year with which to build our community up and learn how to work together. Come winter, the Frost Shepherds will arrive, and we might not survive the encounter. This is when the game will end, but we don't know about that yet. What we know is that right now, in this moment, there is an opportunity to build something. The slight adjustment I'm going to give on that, which is kind of the just an opening story, uh, prologue, if you will. Uh, the story that you guys currently have for this area that you are about to come into is that there was a meteor shower that devastated the land and churned this into from what was just a cliffside to the valley that it now is. It was a very narrowed, falling field of comets or meteors, whatever the correct word is. Don't at me. Um, uh, and you do not know about the ending strife, which in this case they call it the Frost Shepherds, with which cool name, love the name. But for now, you just know that there is a prophecy of dreams coming from the ground and wishes falling from the sky, and that is all you currently know about. We are in part B. Uh, so first we are going to talk about stuff that's on the map so we can explain it. There is supposed to be a blank page, but as you can see, it is drawn in a little bit. Before playing, we'll establish some of the landscape as we play. We'll update the map to reflect new discoveries, conflicts, and opportunities. Parts of the map will be literal cartography and other parts will be symbolic. We'll try to avoid writing words on it, though common symbols are fine. So symbols and drawings, yes, try to avoid just writing like this is where the pizza is. We instead draw a piece of pizza, as shoddily as we might all be at drawing it. Um, Mel was like our top tier artist and has left, so we are in trouble now. But it's fine. I'm sure it's going to come out great. Oh, I did not know this. This is something that I will also need to talk to Artemis about in the future then, because I always need artists. Throughout the game, we'll all be responsible for drawing on this map. It's fine to draw poorly or crudely, but all of us are going to draw. On the off chance that we do need symbols or tokens, I have a very small selection, and by very small I mean a fairly sizable selection of tokens that I can drag on and use if there are some things that just can't be drawn or specifics are needed, but I would like us to draw as much as we possibly can. We do not have dice, but in the bottom left corner you will see these little figures that are people. What they will be doing is added to the turn order, and then what we do is count them down. They're basically going to be our project dice. When our community starts a project, we'll place one on the map and note how many weeks it would take to finish. Usually 1 to 6. 6 is usually the max amount of weeks. We will put those into the turn order, and then every time we reduce, everything goes down 1 every week. So projects slowly get completed. When a die reaches 0, the project is completed, and then we talk about that project when it happens. Specifically, the person who assigns that project explains moreover what happens. Contempt tokens are a thing that we do not have on here, but we can suffice that to just be if anyone wants to draw a line, a black line over their little bottom right bar, we will count those as contempt tokens. Contempt tokens represent any tension or frustration that might arise in the community. There is more to cover that later, but that is just the quick note on that. In the top right, you will see a handout that's called Our Notes. I don't know if I changed it, which I'm going to double check now. Everyone should have the ability to edit this. It does say all players can edit, so that is where... Yeah, it should be... It is the second... Yeah, it is the second icon on the top right, I believe, for you guys. And that should... Oh, that is my bad. Da, 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 da. There we go. Might be. I wish I remembered that beforehand. But yes. we're all the dumb ones here. Bottom left here is what's going to be used as our project dice. Bottom right here is basically our teams or groups, and where we can make black dashes for contempt tokens when we feel that there is tension or frustration that we need to signify. Um, and then the map is what the current map is. Please do not draw any cards before we start actually playing. Just an FYI. And I actually, wait, I can show this to you guys so you guys can also look along. So, show to players. Hopefully a thing pops up. Cool. So explaining the deck, and I'm going to keep reading it for those who want to listen to my velvety voice for way longer than you need to. So we go from spring, summer, autumn to winter. When the card, the King of Spades or the King of Winter, is drawn, the game is over. So it can come up anytime during winter. It can be the first card we draw, and we get no more winter, or it could be the last card. Meaning that basically we could go from only having 30 days or 30 rounds up to the full 52. It all depends on what happens. It tells me to shuffle. We don't have to because they are pre-shuffled, and I already hit the shuffle button an extra time anyways. This is going to be a long one, but hopefully who we are has popped up for you guys. We all have two roles to play in this game. The first is to represent the community at a bird's eye level and to care about its fate. The second is to dispassionately introduce dilemmas as scientists conducting an experiment. The Quiet Year asks us to move in and out of these two roles. We don't embody specific characters nor act out scenes. Instead, we represent currents of thought within a community, as communities in general are very fluid things. When we speak or take action, we must represent a single person or a great many. If we allow ourselves to care about the fate of the people, the Quiet Year becomes a richer experience and serves as a lens of understanding communities and conflicts. We'll also be presented with opportunities to introduce new issues for the community to deal with. Cards will often do this, or we can decide when we are taking actions to also do this as well. This will often happen when we draw cards or use the Discover Something New action. By dispassionately introducing dilemmas and then returning to our other roles as representatives of the community, we can create tension and make the community's successes feel real. If there's an issue you struggle with in real life, like whether violence is ever justified, introduce the situations that call it into question. So if you got any dilemmas in real life you want introduced that doesn't break the normal rules of conduct that we as a group normally have, please go ahead and do it. I'm not going to state any of the things. I think we're all adults and good enough friends to know what we don't need to ever bring up here. And we are now to sketching the terrain. Before the game begins, we must establish some facts about the community and what its surroundings are like. We will begin with a brief discussion, which we will, after all this, we will lead into, where of the general terrain and habitat of the area. This can be as simple as blah 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 blah. I'm going to skip over this because basically asking Valley or Tundra was me trying to make this a little simpler. There will be a point where you guys get to each add a new feature to the beginning map of it. We'll get to that eventually, where you can decide little features about it before we even begin. So it gives an example of multiple players discussing from forest to then having it near a mountain range to then being in an old mining camp, and then the trees in that area are clear cut versus more wild, and that's kind of the way we would go through the discussion when we first start off. Things change up a bit when we each individually have turns, but for open discussion stuff, that's kind of the flow that we could have. Starting resources. Next, we each declare an important resource for the community, something which we might have in either abundance or scarcity, which are usually the two states of all resources that we have. Examples being clean drinking water, source of energy, protection from predators, adequate shelter, food. As a group, we choose which of these resources to be in abundance. So we choose one as an abundance, and then we choose the other, in our case, 3, 4, would be scarcities. And we draw all of these scarcities or abundances on the map somehow. And we also list them in the notes section as the abundance or scarcities. I don't know if we want to have a resident note taker for the thing, but anyone can do it. It's not a big deal. Wow, that screwed up over here. That's not good. Multi-screen stuff is fun. Good, good, good. All right, that is the end of chapter 2, which is like most of the basic info before we get into like how you play, which we're going to do as we play, because I think it'll be a lot easier to learn as we play. Um, does anyone have any questions so far? I could. It would be unfortunate, but I could. No, that's fine. Anybody else? Green, Echo? Snackies. Oh, you're fine. I want snackies now. Yay. Are they good? A little burn doesn't hurt. It's the doughiness in the center that is concerning. I meant like I meant before is when it was worry. Someone you were like, oh, it's kind of still tastes like dough. Okay, that's fine. You're fine. Yeah, no, eating is fine. So we got there. All right. So just so we can start, we are going to actually begin this quick bit of play now. And we're going to do it since it's groups. It's basically going to be for this opening. I'll let everyone actually do something because it'll be more interesting that way, anyways. So um, so for the beginning portion, we are going to each introduce one detail about the local terrain, and then sketch it on the map. I'm gonna just say beforehand that way I don't have to sketch anything extra on here or like overdo it. The terrain currently in this situation is sort of what we'll say was my additive, where there is a beach, there are cliff sides in gray next to it, and the like transition of green is the hills going downwards to form the valley in the center. So just to define it, we'll say that that is my contribution. Who feels up for going first in drawing some stuff before I just... That's fine. We can... don't worry, I can see it. Just... That's fine. Yeah, no. But it's great that you volunteered, Green. So now you can go ahead and go first. Someone's gotta go first. I mean, if it's a thing that exists on the terrain, it works. So, like the example that they give before, which I'll just read again, is they went from saying a forest to then in the forest was nestled near a mountain range, and then that they took up residence near an old mining camp. And then the last one was that all the trees in that area had been clear cut already because of the mining camp. So, I recommend the brush. Yeah, it could be. Um, we'll have to figure that out. First, we'll start with the details, and then we'll work into the resources. Which, again, when it does come to you, Artemis, you can choose danger. If you're like dragons, danger, we can 100% just do that because that's a fair argument. Unless you're trying to train said dragons. Anyways, uh, I had to. Test drive plays in the background for the rest of the session. Anyways, uh, so Green, who is your teammate? Poppy. Poppy, you can go next. The Nope, those can the man-made can also exist. So like I didn't draw it for instance, but I could say that there is like potholes from the which I guess I'll just draw. So say I haven't there are potholes from when the meteorites hit here. So now there is like a bunch of like holes in the ground that are still from that situation. And then you can draw a mining village camp, which is one of the examples given, or whatever you want. Yeah, gotta pick a color. Fill it up. You guys don't have to also just use your own colors, by the way. It's that is not something that you need to do. But all right, if you want to take a sec, Echo or Artemis or cool. All right, you're fine. Okay. Okay. Well, this is again before civilization's built here. So is this from like back when the meteors struck, and like are they like the like remnant docks from like the last time civilization was here? Okay. Little janky. The only upkeepers are currently dragons. the only upkeep the only upkeep is dragons, but it's Echo. Artemis. Yeah. Yeah. Again, yeah. And just an FYI, even though it is green, it is just for to show color differential. There is technically no forest or anything here right now until someone says there is. So, like, there is no forest there just because it's green. Yes, one tree. You can only add one tree. No, yeah, I mean you can add a forest if you choose to. The great parts is yeah, is the cliff. Yeah, you can chew, but I can do it this time. I think you can delete it. I'm not sure if I have the only permission for that. But let me check. All right, I think it's highlighted. Yeah, there we go. Cool.
Well,
Right, right into the docks. Yeah, no, makes sense.
yeah.
All right, Echo. Hell yeah, it's fair. Yeah, I recommend a mouse, guys. Okay. Are the trees actually purple, or are they just that that that's I mean that yeah, Echo, that is this is your choice. If you want to say all right, we got we got purple peas. Um cool. Yep, so all right, cool. That is fair. And I will do the first note taking just so that way it is easier said than done. But I'm gonna write out some resources. So we each basically get to name one resource, and after that, we as a group will decide what the one abundance and all the rest being scarcities. Uh, in the in the our notes section for the journal. Or I can just click show to your. Yeah, clicking show to players will make it simpler sometimes. So then we go around and then we decide, and these don't necessarily have to be something that is currently there or not there. It is just something that is needed for the community. So like, yeah, I mean, you could say that if you got like a decent explanation as to why. Yeah.
Yeah, we practice all those.
Yeah, but choosing a resource, just remember, makes it important. So if it is something that you decide you want us to have, just make sure there is a reason for it. So first, if someone already has an idea, they can go, or if you want to give me like 2 more seconds to think about it in my own head, I will make up one. Uh, Currently thinking about, well, if we're this close to water and we have hot and cool, we have different temperate springs and a river. I'm going to say water is definitely a resource that we're going to have. Uh, whether it is drinking or other uses for the moment, I'm just going to leave it as water. Um, Kareen, I'm going to just keep going in this circle to make life difficult. Mhm. We will be drawing things, and in that sense, that's why we are just naming things. So you can also be more abstract if you decide that you want to be, but if I'm saying water, so when it comes back around, if we decide water is scarce, that means the springs are currently not functioning or something. If we're saying it's in abundance, that means they are full-blown blast and it is clean water that can be drinked or drunk, drank, drunketed. We don't have to worry about like specifically saying something that we definitely need. If you want to say food is like an important thing that like it's a resource that we're always going to come back to, which like it's food. Uh, you can totally say that. If there is a specific way that you want to, sure. If you wanted to say specifically there's a lot of flora or a lot of fauna, or you don't have to say a lot or a little of either, but if you want to focus specifically on animals versus plants, you can do that. All right, so I will just write flora for now. Cool. Poppy. Good, good timing. All right, Artemis. Artemis, you're the go-to whenever anyone else is like, meh.
No. You're
Nope,
good now.
Poppy. It's you.
Yep.
I choose you, Poppy. Hmm? I mean, yeah, you could write literally if you want. I can put down agriculture, which is specifically like, it, oh, that's fine. All right, Artemis, go.
Okay.
If you would.
So we have what?
And again, remember this currently the only story parts that you guys have for it is that um, a meteor strike came, wiped out civilization here, and people are now going to attempt to rebuild a community here, and eventually in a year, something is going to happen where dreams come from the ground and wishes fall from the sky. So you don't know what those mean, but you know that like you're for whatever desert reason, people are coming back to try to form a community here, and again. Uh,
Are we? Right.
yes.
Divination.
Cool.
Thing we're going by. Right?
That's fair. And yeah, I mean, it's reasonable that the community, like, how else do they get this but divination? But we can also, again, that could fit under abundance, as in they get a lot of this info, or scarcity, as in they got told this shit once and then never again. So yeah, cool. Hmm. Uh, Poppy, back to you. This is one reason why I did want teams, because then I was gonna be like, cool, everyone can help the people who are indecisive. Okay. I'm going to, yes. Yeah, not yet. It'll eventually be in the notes. No, I have to say, I just resaved the R notes. I will only save once it's finished being typed. Specifically fish, okay. There could be, yeah. Again, it's up to us. If we again, I'm gonna just say this. Not that any answer has been wrong so far. You don't have to worry about something making sense as a whole, because we can make it make sense by the narrative that we write. So if we did, so fish again, if we say that fish is a resource, if we say there's a scarcity, we have to make sense of why it's a scarcity. If we say it's an abundance, we have to make sense of why it's an abundance. So exactly. Or, the yeah, like the meteor strike probably wiped out a decent amount of things in the area, you know? Uh, yeah. Again, this is all stuff that could be. They could. All right. So we now have all five of these things. So between the five things that we have water, flora, fish, divination, and education. What of these five do you guys think should be the abundance? And again, you don't always have to make it a correct answer that would best suit it. You can also pick the worst answer or just a answer. And the, the, the
Okay.
does anyone have anything against divination being the abundance? Cool. All right. So now I'm just letting you guys. Yes. So currently, education, water, flora, and fish are all scarcities now. That one does, which I'm very happy about. So everyone, I need everyone to draw their resource on this board, and if you can make it be relative to whether it's an abundance or scarcity, that would be great. So, like divination, if you want to draw like an all-seeing eye in the center of the entire board, a small one, please. Please do not make it take up the entire goddamn screen. Uh, yes, because it is a scarcity, I am going to draw the springs as being dried up. So what did good? Cool. And just a quick go around out of curiosity, because of where people drew things. What is happening in those places that you're drawing stuff? So like, uh, it doesn't have to, or you can make the specific spot be where it happens. It's up to you. Do you want me to delete it or move it? Okay. So as you're redrawing yours, Kareen, what are you drawing, and what is the change to the map that you're drawing? Okay. So it is a scarcity. You can get it. It's just hard. All right. Poppy, what did you draw to show your resource? Exactly. I mean, it could be near the docks. It could get flooded. That might be one of the other reasons why education. uh, nice. Artemis, what are you drawing, and what happened there? Time to duel. I mean, it's it's still better than the trackpad, I'm sure. But yeah, either way,
Papers are coming out of there, and
I'm,
nothing about
I mean, potato tomato, like you know. Um,
that.
I love saying it. It pisses people off.
What? The potato chip. That
It's literally causing Korean so much pain, it seems. That's fine. I love you too, Korean. Echo, your turn. What? Yes. But is it a scarcity? So are they there and people just can't find them, or are they part of the psychic thing and like
no.
just fuck? I mean, they could be. Maybe they're camouflaged. What's the deal? I mean, piranhas would be a fucking issue. Yeah. Yeah, so Echo. Yeah, but Echo. So yeah, it's Echo's choice. So it's there. It's just it's hard to get, uh, but it's there. Cool. So this is our real basic start for the map, and this is like we haven't even like gotten into the cards yet, guys. Yeah, very on brand and very expected. What does the chapter note say? Yes, and now they're semi-sorted. So we are going to go around and start reading this. Each person's going to take one new card at a time as it pops up, or anyone who feels like reading. If anyone is uncomfy reading, you don't have to. But I'll start with this one. The basic unit of play in the Quiet Year is the week. Each week is a turn taken by one player, so every time one of us goes, that is like the start of a new week. With play proceeding clockwise around the table, we're not really going to do that. We're probably just going to keep going in the order we've been going in, but instead it's just going to be gray, then blue, then purple. Or we can reverse it. Doesn't matter. During each week, the following things happen. The active player draws a card, reads the relevant text out loud, and resolves it. And they follow all the bullet text, meaning you have to do what it says. Um, Project dies, or basically our turn order for everything will get reduced by one, and any finished projects are updated by the person who set up the project to begin with. And then the active player chooses and takes an action, which the options are discover something new, hold a discussion, or start a project. I'm not going to go over those right now. We're going to go over those a bit more when we start dealing with those. But that is the first one. If you're okay with reading the next one, Kareen, I'm going to pop it up for you, unless you can get it yourself. Nicely done. Uh, Next one is going to be, are you up for reading, Poppy? Right. There you are. Love you. That's all. You're good. Reduce. Retro. Poppy, you freezed. You You freezed after
Yeah.
community.
After.
Yep. Yep. Oh yeah. You. Good job. Um. Next up, Artemis. Would you like to read? Right. We have Jay. Discover something new. Every single person. Yeah. Yep. It sounds wonderfully awful. Echo, are you good to read? Are you good to read the next? Cool. The next one is K. Hold the discussion. Nice. So in summation of that one, because whole discussion is a very interesting one, and one of the things I really love about this one, again, it's again one or two sentences each as explained, and then if we're like, this is something that I think we need to talk about longer or more lengthy, we don't just have the conversation. Like we can have our normal jokes and good times, but we should not be trying to make additional progress without it being another situation where someone is using hold the discussion, because then it's kind of like cheating. uh, I will move on to start a project. Uh, Good job, Echo. So proud of you. All right. The final action type is start a project. You choose a situation and declare what the community will do to resolve it. There is no consultation about this idea. The community simply begins work, meaning no one else has to tell you you're right or wrong. I might help steer some things just because of that's kind of the job I have, not really. But for the most part, if you say something happens, besides maybe like a question or two to clarify, I'm not gonna really try to question it much. Some example projects. We're converting the mine shaft into a cold food storage. We're killing those wolves. We're going to sacrifice a newborn on the night of the full moon to appease the windwalkers. As you do. As a group, quickly decide how many weeks the project would reasonably take to complete. Minimum 1, maximum of 6. Remember that you are a small community. It isn't easy or quick to build a house or repair a water wheel. Do you have the necessary tools or expertise to do so? And this is where scarcities and abundances would come in. Be generous with your assumptions, but do remember that scarcity and difficulties are the norm. If a project would reasonably take longer than 6 weeks to complete, it will need to be completed in stages. So like we draw plans for something, then we start working on like the base of something, and then we finish it. Place a die on the map wherever the project is taking place, with the die face matching the number of thing. We don't need to worry about that, but we can move the pieces around to show where projects are being located. Um, let's see. Next one is updating resources. Are you good with that one, Kareen? Not visible to players. Show to everybody.
Serve as guides for your lists to reflect the solver.
Nice. I'm gonna take a quick pause. Is this making sense to everybody so far? I understand there's a lot of rules, but it's basically don't be a dick, but with a few more rules added in. That's fine. I can fix it. I'm gonna have you read Contempt if you don't mind, Poppy. Cool. This one, you're fine. This one probably won't be as big of a deal, but if we do involve it, I'd like people to at least know what it is. Nice. Unless there's unless dot 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 basically. Yeah. Artemis, Artemis, you good with reading the next? Cool. Next one is restraint. Basically, do not make you can create NPCs, but we do not need to have every NPC to have like a full arc. during this. They don't need to have a beginning, middle, and end. They're here to help what we're trying to build, not be there to be like the end result. Um, Echo, are you good with reading our last one? Cool. Then I think after this we actually get to play. It's pacing. What's up? That's fine. Where did you draw him? I can't. Blood snot. Nice. Cool. Cool. And that is all the basic rules. Does anyone have any questions before we begin proper? Cool. I will go first, and then you guys are going to decide who goes first in your groups, and we're going to go. So either Karina or Poppy would go next, and then Echo or Artemis would go next. It would go back to me. Or we can just keep it in the other end if that's what people want to do. This is a, just real hardcore rock paper scissors. Yeah, no. That's pretty accurate. Uh, so you guys are welcome to take any of your individual notes. If you can edit on the Our Notes thing, that's great. Right under the Our Notes thing, there is a thing called 0.1 reference card. Hopefully everyone can see that. That is basically a summation of what things will potentially happen during the week. First, active player draws a card, follows the instructions. All project die are reduced by one, and then active player takes one of the three actions on the right. That's the in the journal, right underneath projects. You can also minimize projects because it's technically useless right now. If that helps. Yeah, right under our notes, it should be 0.1 reference card. It's yeah. So yeah, I'll go first. I don't know if that means Kareem's going first for this side or what. And cool. Uh, cool. An FYI, these cards are not an FYI, the card piles are not in seasonal order. It goes autumn, winter, spring, then summer. So when we are drawing, we're drawing from the third pile down first. Uh, but I will go first and at least start off whatever mayhem this stuff's gonna be. I want to give it a quick shuffle. Yeah, I do want to shuffle the cards. And hopefully it actually pops up the cards so we can all see it. So let me see. Drawing a card, and now are you going to pop up? See it? All right. So drawing a card. So Flusher. Oh, if you click on it, it'll pop up for you guys. I think. So the 7 of spring. Where does everyone sleep? Who is unhappy with this arrangement and why? Or what natural predators roam this area? Are you safe? Well, I'm going to start here with uh, uh, animal predators and figure out what I'm going to put in. Close to coasts, we have dragons already. I think we're just kind of. I'm going to literally just do a red highlight around the dragon, then uh, as kind of the signifier of uh, that those are natural predators, because realistically that's going to be the biggest issue here is the mother effing dragons. um it is very cool. What's up? You can put it down, we can make it happen. uh Next would be all project die get reduced by 1. Now there are not specifically project die that you guys can see, but there are additional events that I have that I can see that are going to lower. uh Yes, because fuck you. Anyways, uh, first action, I can discover something new, hold a discussion, or start a project. I am going to discover something new. Where those peckered dots are, where the meteors did hit, there is remnants there of ore from those meteors. Uh, Not necessarily valuable, but there is something arcane about them, which might explain some of the arcane in this region. So I'm just going to uh, add even more dot marks there to just say that people are discovering this shit. Oop, that's real small. Why it gotta be so small? Uh, so people are discovering even more of the ore as they start coming in, and whether it's valuable or not is a thing we can discuss another time. But for now, that is it for my turn. I think Kareen, you won the other one. All right, so if you want to heal, hit or just click on the deck if you can get it. All right. To a den of some sort. Nope, it's only for the spade, King of Spades. Uh,
It's only
yeah, yeah, that's the only one where there's an abrupt end. Otherwise, we go through the whole suit of each. Yeah, no. All right.
oh,
Yep. All project dice are reduced by one, which I did for the things that exist. And then you can choose one of the three actions.
time for
That is fair. So you're collecting seeds for right now. All right. All right. I made you a little green guy, so you can place him wherever you think this would work as the group project beginning. I hope you can. If you can't, then you'll just have to signal where you want it. All right. All right. Cool. So they're beginning to look through the forests and try to collect seeds so there can be better planting. Cool. All right. I believe that is it we have for you. Would you guys rather do the group thing or just have everyone go around? We're gonna have everyone go around if no one's gonna make a choice. Poppy, go next. Okay, if that's what I was asking, but
Uh, just
never
one
mind.
thing. Corrine,
That
can you say something?
that should be
Yeah.
fixed now.
Hello? Testing? 1, 2, 3.
Nope, that was me being stupid. I did fix it on OBS.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
It wasn't you.
Yeah,
It was the
better.
fact that I had desktop audio muted because I'm always stupid and forget to double check that.
How long have they not been able to hear us?
For a while, which is why captions is a wonderful thing.
Thanks.
Good job.
Yeah. I appreciate
I haven't heard any of our bullshit for the last hour.
Wow.
No. To be fair, it was worth skipping. Oh, anyways.
How dare you, good sir?
We had some amazing discussions.
We sure did.
Did they miss
had the
our? Did they
discussion
miss
that
our pick
people
rock paper
just-
scissors?
But they probably saw it, they did not hear it.
It's wild.
No! We have to recreate it for them.
No, we're not making this
Cool.
an 8-hour session.
Yeah, no,
Continue.
if we are
That is fair. I do have to wake up at 4:30 in the morning. Let's go.
Yeah, if we are doing groups, then Artemis can go next, or Echo. I'm assuming Artemis because Echo wants to go second.
Yeah, I believe.
Does
that
Echo
was
want to
the
go
case.
first?
Okay.
Nope, I've already said Artemis goes first.
Okay, double check.
Okay. Draw one card. What important or basic tools does the community lack? Or where are you storing your food? Why is this a risky place to store things? If agriculture is a scarcity, I would say that the important and basic tools that the community lacks are things like hoes and sickles.
Reasonable.
which would make it difficult to harvest things.
Is there a way you could represent that on?
Let me see. I'm not quite sure how I could represent that. I'll try.
If you think you can, great. If not, it'll just be a thing that we all have to keep in mind. Does it say specifically that this is a scarcity now, or just that, or just?
What card did you actually draw?
I'm an original. Oh,
Yeah,
I
it's showing us
drew a card, the Four of Hearts.
Okay.
Four of Hearts. What important and basic tools does the community lack? Yeah. Okay. So would you consider that means it is a specific scarcity now?
I would say that basic tools are a scarcity, and
agriculture tools, was it?
Yeah, agricultural tools. And I would do a wait, you said discover something new. You did discover something new on the map for the media fields with some potential ore, right?
Yes, that was one of the things that I did.
In that case, I would like to start a project to go there, collect some ore, and see how well it might be usable for farming utensils. So basically, go there, collect some ore, and determine its quality.
Cool. So, collecting ore.
And I would say that you said the ore was arcane in nature, maybe.
Yes.
So I would say that it will probably also take about at least 3 weeks to get that done because of the unfamiliarity with the material. So 3 to 4 weeks.
All right. What color do you want for that?
Just give him a gay color.
Gotcha.
I didn't realize colors could be classified as gay.
They absolutely can.
What color is
No.
that?
Rainbow.
Oh,
Oh, is it? It's not showing up on my thing. It just shows
Nope.
up as like tan.
yeah.
Yeah, it is semi-see-through, so it did lose some of the hue that it was supposed to have.
One
I didn't
moment.
realize tan was gay.
Here. There
Gay
you go.
is the color of khakis.
There you go. Now it's gay.
Nice.
There we go.
All right. So we have.
I adore you. I just want you to know that.
I know.
All right. So we got these two projects settling up. All right. It's gonna come back to me for now. This is spring. Eye of Spring. There is a disquieting legend about this place. What is it? Or alarming weather patterns destroy something. How and what?
We
Boy.
haven't built anything yet. What would you like to destroy?
Could destroy that rest of the school or the docks. Or...
Yeah, I was thinking I might have it just like come back and hit the docks because that's.
Also, by the way, how did you just draw something? Oh, you click to draw. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm stupid. Never mind.
It's a new thing. I got you. But yeah, no.
Roll 20.
I think I'm gonna say. Let's see. Docks or school? Docks or school. Honestly, we're lacking education, so I'm gonna say it like. finishes off the school.
Oh no.
We
That's okay.
have
We didn't need it anyway. We have
Hurts
divination.
my teaching soul.
Bobby worked
exactly.
so hard to build that schoolhouse.
It also hurts my teaching soul. Don't feel bad, Poppy.
Right? Solidarity.
It's okay. Now we can build a temple.
Homeschooling is okay. It is a thing, and it works.
Okay,
Yeah.
a bunch of hippie ass,
No.
divination, high ass motherfuckers homeschooling their kids. Like, here, take these shrooms, honey. You'll see sounds.
I love seeing sounds.
You'll hear
Again,
gone
I can see the future.
We've gone so far downhill with this. It's
Yes, we have.
fantastic.
It's wonderful.
It's beautiful.
So drew the cards, follow the instruction. A tornado comes through and just happens to rip away this one building.
Just the building.
This
Does
Nothing
it rip it
dragon.
away or does it just lift
Not
it off
anything
and
else.
dispose it somewhere in the sea?
It
Yeah,
was the finger of God.
Wizard of Oz music just plays in the background. All project die are reduced by 1, so projects
I love a yellow brick road.
are at 2. The rest of this stuff also decreases.
Also, the Project A thing should have decreased by 1 as well at my turn.
It did.
It did. It was at 4 to start with.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I've been trying to kind of keep track of it. Best I
Okay.
can.
I believe in you, Vinny.
Thanks. I don't.
You're such a good DM.
So are the both
like you do that
projects
on a
gonna
regular
end at the
basis.
same time then?
They are. So before that person's turn, before that turn that it comes up to, everyone will deal with their individual product, or not in the middle. They will. So project die reduced by 1. The active player takes an action. Discover something new. Hold a discussion. Start a project. I'm gonna hold a discussion. And it's gonna be a real simple declaration. We have no living quarters for anybody right now.
Yeah.
It's gonna get cold. And then I'll pass it off to Corrine and then Poppy. We can go around.
Yeah, I propose we start building. Though we're going to need good materials if we don't want to be freezing for it.
Okay.
Copy.
I was actually planning on my turn to start the project of building, but that is a very good point, is that we do need good materials for it. I mean, we're in spring, but here's the thing. We're in spring right now. We go through summer. So maybe we can do like some very basic rudimentary shacks or whatever.
Yeah.
And then
You
build
gotta,
them up.
Poppy, you gotta keep it short. You're playing as a member of this community, being like, this is like a town hall discussion, and you're like raising your hand and you're saying your 2 cents.
I'm not good at this.
You're
It's
doing
okay.
great. You're doing
That's
fine.
fine.
Everyone's doing
I've
fine.
never done this before.
Exactly. That's
No,
the
I
thing.
just like talking.
That's okay. You will
You're
get
a
your
teacher,
chance.
of course you
also
do like
okay.
talking.
Okay, I think it's Echo or Artemis next.
Artemis.
Oh man, how much of an asshole do I want to be?
Do it. Be an asshole.
Full send.
Okay,
Do it.
okay. Everyone who believes in the cold simply doesn't believe in the visions enough.
And Echo.
They're so smug. Just like
I was hoping you'd go there too. I'm very happy you did.
The quiet whispers. I hope anybody listening has their volume up just enough to hear the quiet whispers that the captions aren't picking up. Because there's been 2 in the last couple of minutes that have just.
Just because you hear the voices does not mean that we all hear the voices.
That's fair.
Please.
You clearly are not as enlightened.
I'm sorry. Do you hear the color purple?
Spice! spice in the community gossip.
No, but I
So,
saw a purple wolf who I'm pretty sure is a girl.
so so in the last, we'll just say the last round and a half, we established that we're going to collect seeds, going to collect ore. We don't have to do this, but this is just so we have a state of mind for things. We currently have no buildings. The one building, which was the school, just got yeeted, and we need new materials. We have to worry about dragons hunting us, and there are dissenters among the ranks between the ones who see divination things, and those who do not.
Yeah, but
Just establishing all that stuff as we move on
but
to the
clerics
next
don't believe in shelter.
Exactly.
Divination wizards, the clerics.
Hold on.
Po-
Holy shit. Holy shit.
Poppy, it is your turn to draw a card.
Fuck. I wanted to talk to Green. Okay, never mind. Shit. How do I draw a card?
You
You
Just
just
click
click
on
on it.
right
The
over it.
third
It should
stack down.
third stack down. It should say,
Nine of Spring.
there you go.
A charismatic young girl convinces many to help her with an elaborate scheme. What is it? Who joins in her endeavors? Start a project to reflect. Or
Build
a
it out.
charismatic young girl tries to tempt many into sinful or dangerous activity. Why does she do this? How does the community respond? Okay, this actually goes
That goes into
into what I
spawn.
was thinking. So, I'm gonna go with a charismatic young girl convinces many to help her with an elaborate scheme. What is it? Who joins her endeavors? Young girl declares herself the head of the prophets, so to speak. And she's like, guys, if you really believe in this and you really believe in what the essence of Earth, the fumes, are telling us, we should build a giant compound thing on top of the fumes where all of the divination people will live. But the people who don't see aren't allowed.
Just
And
a
that would be the start
giant
of the
sensor.
project.
Ooh, we're already having communities inside of communities. This is
Cool.
So essentially, it's a cult.
cult
You started a cult.
separation of
I mean-
peoples.
But she's a
Let's
very
not pretend
charismatic
we
young
didn't
girl.
expect all of this to go into that direction if we chose divination to be our abundance.
Yeah. So what
So-
exactly is she having them do again?
She is like, we should band together against the people who don't believe. And we should build essentially like a pyramid, like Aztec temple pyramid kind of thing, where the fumes come up through a tunnel. And that's where like the head people will like sniff their shit. And everyone else lives in the lower levels. But like everyone who believes and our divination people will live there. So it's
What-
like essentially like a really fun summer camp.
What
But for
color do you
brainwashing.
want? What color do you want?
I want this to be yellow.
Okay, yellow it is.
I want this to be yellow as hell.
All right. We got that there.
I
All right.
think that the whole project overall, it'll be done in like I think it'd be done in stages, so maybe like 4 stages. I think that'd be the perfect height. 4 layers, but like the whole thing overall, like each stage would take like a month. I
So
think.
4 weeks, we'll say.
4 weeks, yeah. So like the bottom level where most people would sleep and live, 4 weeks, and then so on and so forth.
Okay.
All right.
But as they get higher, maybe they'd get better in luxury. I don't know.
That is a thing you can decide, or other people can
Then
decide.
yes, they get better in luxury. And like I'm going like Grecian temple.
Well, we can decide that when it comes back to like deciding higher. Because right now,
Right.
yeah,
Sorry.
you're so excited about your cult. I'm so happy for you.
They're called
I-
happy
It
little
took us
campers.
exactly 1.5 rounds to start a cult.
Let's be honest. If anyone was going to start a cult, I feel like Poppy is the best one to do it.
I agree.
Hey.
Yes, because my cult would actually be a full-blown. Oh wait, you don't agree with us? Well, I'm gonna do an axe tech.
Murder.
Oh
Poppy-
no! No, we just have cookies and we talk, and then you choke on the cyanide in the cookies.
Nice.
Oh, that's okay. I'm just
Uh,
gonna sacrifice people.
That's
All right.
all.
So
I say that fully because of our experience with you and Lyra.
Oh,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lara definitely has a cult, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Come on.
All right.
A
So
cold,
you
cold.
you did your card stuff. All project die got reduced, and now you take an action, so you can discover something, hold a discussion, or start another project. Currently, the only thing being built is a temple.
Oh, so we don't know that there's. Okay, then I want to
We
discover
don't
as they're
need
building.
anything more.
You want to discover what?
I want to discover a crack in the ground where a bunch of smoke and gas comes up and is hallucinogenic in nature.
Another one.
Around the divination crack or a separate one?
Oh, I didn't realize that we had already found the divination crack. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, it's this big red scar.
Okay
right
then.
now.
Well, I've already started a project.
Well,
Can I
you
start
could
another
start
project?
another one if you wanted.
Okay, cool. So divination people are smack in the middle, and the non-believers make their own little row houses by the forest, and they're like, "Fuck you."
I'm glad
So
we have.
they've also started their own project,
All right, so row houses.
row houses, but like really like shitty ones, because they don't have all the materials.
As I say, we don't really have tools. That has been an established thing, so that
Exactly.
is very fair. How long do you think it's going to take if they are shoddy row houses?
I feel like at least 2 weeks.
Gotcha.
If like maybe 3. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Well, your fancy houses are taking 4 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So
So
I'd
cheap
say maybe
houses.
more than 2.
Fancy
1 to 2.
house. Now fancy houses.
Your fancy communal house is taking 4 weeks. So cheap shack houses, I would go for 2. I would go for half that.
I'm gonna go for 2.
What color would you like?
Oh God. Well, if the cult is happy yellow, we're gonna go with a sad somber blue because they're realist.
Blue is not a sad color.
Blue is not a sad color. Blue is a very calm color, but when we think about the opposite of yellow, we think of blue.
All
Actually,
right.
we don't
Think of
because they're all
violet.
because there's part of the
Violet.
colors.
Shut the fuck up.
That is true.
The opposite
Color.
of, the opposite of yellow is actually purple, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah.
Well, then make it purple. Shit.
The opposite of yellow is gay.
I see a hand raised by Kareen.
Yes. This is a question about hashtags and quotes.
Hmm?
Can that be used by
Yes, just-
anything?
Yeah,
Any-
whatever. Do it all. We switched it to purple. Echo, it is now your turn. If you'd like to draw a card,
Let's see if I can do this properly.
I believe in you.
I did it!
Yay!
Yay! Joker.
You see a good omen, what is it? Or you see a bad omen, what is it? Oh shit.
Oh.
Hmm. That's a good question. I see a bad omen in the form of a skull shape in the clouds.
The Dark Lord is.
My one question is: it permanent or temporary? Like, is this a one-time omen or like always in the sky?
Always in the sky.
Okay.
Ooh.
If you'd like to do like a skull up in clouds somewhere, I don't know how you want to do that.
Atmosphere.
You can just draw it in one of the upper right or left-hand corners, I guess. Like,
What's there?
Let's see.
Always
Is
one.
it always in a specific spot, or is it just wandering the sky like the sun? Just creepier.
wandering the sky like the sun. The sun has a set pattern. Good, good dude person.
I mean, that's basically Soul Eater.
This
Oh,
is
God.
like kind of a skull and crossbones situation up here.
Fair
Does
enough.
it have a snake coming out the mouth?
No.
Oh man.
No,
we're not
because
gonna-
it's not homophobic.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. I was going to say we're not going to rip directly off of that crap.
That's very fair.
Cool. Before Echo, you get to finish your turn. All project die are reduced, so we're going to finish up those projects, and then you get to have your action. So we have A, which is collecting seeds. Kareen, how does that go?
It goes well. They spent 4 weeks scavenging and scouring, so they now have seeds for bush plants and for tree plants.
Cool. I'm going to take the little guy away, and then wherever you'd like, draw something to show that we now have seeds and are getting ready for the harvest.
The harvest.
Or,
Yes,
or
thank
the
you.
planting of the harvest.
Harvest.
B, which was collecting ore. Who did that? Was that Artemis?
I did, yes.
So how does that go?
The ore collection goes well. So well, in fact, that they discover that the ore is a very good quality. And, I mean, there is not as much ore as you would like there to be to just make everything out of it, but it's a sizable chunk, so you could fashion some tools out of it, or you could decorate a fancy temple.
Um, who was the ones digging? So where would that go? Is that a general supply that people have? We will put that in abundance at least, because now ore is a thing we have. But
I would say it's a general supply people have because it arose out of the need for farming tools, which would be a general concern of the public.
cool.
I just had a thought.
Nice.
I know this is the very beginning of the year, but I want to posit that our prophecy says things will come out of the ground, dreams will come out of the ground,
Mhm.
and something will fall from the sky. And
Yeah.
we technically have elements that both of those things can happen on the board right now. Just putting that out there.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Just namely dragons and ore.
Also, giant skull cloud.
But
And
also,
giant full cloud. And
Wait.
also seeds. Like
but also the smoke.
There's
The
Yeah.
smoke dreams
there's-
are coming out of the ground.
There's
People are having-
literally a lot of them, guys. Yes.
we
Cool.
we may or may not have let our subconscious guide us a lot in that one. Cool.
So Artemis,
Divination as an abundance.
yeah, exactly.
We do.
Artemis, if you can draw a thing in there to like show the ore, either if you want to draw like a small mining section or something, or something to just represent that they were successful in this endeavor. And as you draw that, the player takes an action. Echo, discover something new, hold a discussion, start a project. What would you like to do?
I would like to start a project of building tools to use because we need the tools to do other things.
That is fair.
We now have this ore that we can build tools with.
That is 100% fair. How long do you think that would take?
I'd say a week.
Building up some tools. And is there a specific spot you would like this, or can I just add it to our mining community thing?
Add it to the mining community.
Okay. Add that bad boy with that bad boy, and I actually wrong one. We'll put you back over there, drag you back over here. This is gonna be a fun time. Cool. So we actively are now making some tools. That is awesome. And very helpful. Cool. Next it goes back to me, so I get to draw another one of these mofos. Mofo. There we go. Are there children in the community? If there are, what is their role in the community? Or, how old are the eldest members of the community? What special needs do they have? That's fun. Also, I guess I should preface this by saying this most likely will be ending up being a location in Vagari. So fantasy races are an option.
I mean, we have dragons, so I would assume
might
fantasy
want to
races are available.
explain what that is for everyone who doesn't know.
Fair. For anyone listening who doesn't know, which hi, thank you for coming. That is a homebrew world campaign book that I'm currently writing. A world that most of these players, sans Artemis, but I'm sure that's going to change at some point, currently play a lot of Gentlefolk and other campaigns that I create in. and this is kind of us like doing a sandbox, like building maybe a small portion of that area just to test and add some new things to it. And in that world, literally all races exist. Yes, even those ones. No, not those ones. Just kidding. Yes, those ones too. So literally, so ages. The fun thing about the reason why I bring it up is because of this question with how old are the eldest members of the community. That's a large variance and does depend on race a lot, or ancestry. Ancestry. We're going to use the better words. Ancestry. So I'm gonna say that the oldest members in the community, I'm gonna say that this is a goblinoid and celestial community, or at least some of them. So there are goblins, like elder goblins, who are like 30, and then there's like ASMR who are like 150 something. Uh, so there's
But
some
still
very
in their teens.
yeah. I think they die at 150 actually. So we'll say 120. They're in their
Okay,
elder.
they behave like that.
Yeah, so they I'm gonna say that there are very elderly folk with varying ages because of varying ancestries. And special need wise, goblinoids. I would say that being warm is the biggest thing for the goblinoids. I feel like they must be very like cold individuals, and for the ASMR, the celestials, I'm not 100% sure what that would be for them. So I'm gonna just stick with the one for now of there is a scarcity of warmth for the goblinoid folk. So that's gonna be that. All the dice go down again. So first up is Echo Tools. How'd that go?
Woo! Already got my tools done. It went very well. We have tools for planting and to help with the building of the buildings. I don't know what those tools would be because my brain is clearly blank.
The classic, hammer, nail, like the useful simple things.
Yeah, and
The mason tools.
Say again, Echo.
I said hose for the planting.
Yep, we need
So
the
the hose
hose.
can go plant.
Yeah, we need the hose.
Talking about me like that.
All right. If you could draw something relative to somewhere near this little mining thing, where I'm going to take away your token, to show that we got a surplus of tools now, or an abundance of tools.
I guess I should start changing colors up.
You can if you want. And then D also completes, which is row houses, which I believe was Poppy.
Yes.
It's not a good color.
What's happening there?
So the row houses have turned out very well. I'm just gonna draw a little like rectangle right along because they kind of border the forest, like right there. See? It's just like a few of them, but it's enough for like about 5 to 6 people to live in, like 2 families,
Bunk beds.
in each one. Just so they share space and warmth, because I'm assuming this goes to the goblinoids.
They could.
Because I imagine the Aasimar being the ones who are the very big culties.
I feel like it could fit either one. Or
It
both.
really
Could be a mix.
Yeah, I mean there can be a fusion.
It could be. Yeah, no, it could be a mix. Never mind. But so, little Aasimar goblin babies. It'd be so cute, actually. Hold up, wait. Well, anyways, it's little baby Yodas running around.
Not wrong.
It would be so cute. Anyways, sorry.
You're fine.
Vinny, I
But
have a
the
backup
houses turned out
character.
really well. They're functional for now. They're plenty functional for them to be built upon later.
Okay.
So
I'm going to yoink back your little guy. So if you want to draw me some small houses.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna do the one rectangle to show like a row of it.
Sure.
Or I can make a little few more.
Yeah, it's up to you.
Do you like my little hoe and hammer that I drew?
It was great. All right. So that is, and then active player takes an action. Who is active player?
You.
Oh. um. Um. Discover something. I'm gonna discover something new because I think we need more chaos on this board. We're solving too many problems, which isn't a bad thing, but also
One
need.
tornado
We're
did
only in
destroy my
spring.
school.
Oh, the school no one cared about. Yeah, great, because no one had an education.
Poppy cared
The
about
school
it.
Poppy cared about.
Yeah, only Poppy, but none of the people in this world.
You can kiss my ass, Vincent.
Oh, you got Vincent.
Thinks it's fine. I did
Ooh.
not get full names, which is fine.
I will full name you. You keep
Okay.
being a little shit.
Go ahead. I'll make this awkward. I don't care if you want to keep
Vincent
going.
Anderson.
Yeah, okay.
You
Dungeon mommy.
absolute dickhead. Dungeon mommy, Vincent Anderson. Dungeon daddy.
True. Beneath the skull and in between the dragons and the skull itself, parts of the water is freezing, and then like it's still breaking, but the part of the ocean under there is just freezing, and then it does break off like a iceberg, and and slowly keeps hitting into the shore. But there is just the area beneath, in that space between. There is just a lot of frozen water that has just started appearing. Doink. Don't ask what this shape was. I was supposed to draw lines, and then it ended up being something else.
It's fine. We know what it's meant to be.
Yeah, that looks like it's from Frozen or Frozen 2. That's fine. All right.
It looks like an iceberg with legs.
Yeah, I was
Sure.
gonna, my first thought was
Marshmallow!
the Avatar iceberg that he's stuck inside.
Nice.
Oh hell yeah!
So
The iceberg atar.
Yeah, so there's a whole area. It's not directly beneath the skull and not directly near the dragons, which we haven't even talked about what kind of dragons those things potentially are, which totally separate issues. But yeah, there is just a lot of ice just starts hitting the ground and then like slowly makes its way towards the shore during spring, which is weird.
Sounds
Next,
like a problem that we need to deal with at some point.
potentially, yeah. Let's see. Corrine, I believe you are next.
yes, I am. All right. Draw a card.
And FYI, tools is now in abundances, and we have seeds in abundance. Scarcities we have still are water, flora, kind of still, education, fish, and heat.
Education is in a major scarcity.
Okay, apologies because
Understand.
I've hit my microphone a couple of times. I don't intend to. This is new. I don't normally talk with one next to my face.
I don't think it's hearable because I have not heard it yet. At
Good.
least.
Good. Hopefully it's not. If it is, I'm sorry. Okay, there's a large body of water on the map. Where is it? What does it look like? Or there is a giant man-made structure on the map. Where is it? Why is it abandoned? Ooh.
Yeah, either one
Ooh.
could really work.
I know what I'm doing.
Proud of you.
So over here in the far bottom right corner, up as you near the top of the hill, there's an old abandoned tower. And basically some kids were out hiking and they were like, let's go explore it. And that's how we know that it exists. Was there more to that?
Why is
it
it abandoned?
It is abandoned. It becomes pretty quickly abundantly clear to the teenagers who decided to explore it that it has like hundreds of tiny little gold piece mimics in it.
All right.
Gold piece mimics.
Nice. Terrifying. But
So they
Oh,
look like-
fuck no.
They look like gold pieces, but they are really mimics.
No.
There's
That is-
hundreds
The gold
of
is
them.
bitey. Ugh.
yeah, some bitey gold.
Yeah. Please.
Why did I make a chess piece? Oh well. Is there a way to fill this?
No.
Oh well.
It's
I
fine.
like it.
It's noticeable.
Knight
Uh,
to
as
d4.
a rook, it's literally in the spot that the rook goes, so it's kind of funny.
Darn it.
And it looks like a rook.
Yep.
If it looks like a rook and talks like a rook, it's probably a rook.
Also, if you change the size of your pen, it does make some of these easier to see, Kareem.
Yeah, I usually do the large or extra large just because.
Yeah.
But don't worry about it now, or yeah, you can keep drawing on it as you like. But all project die are now going down. One more time
Where
before
exactly are you drawing? I don't really.
bottom
Bottom
right.
right.
Oh, okay, got it.
That's how hard it is to see. You can't even find it.
No, it was just under the card section for me.
And then green, the active player takes an action.
Yes. This one I've been debating about what to do for a minute. Oh, actually, I know what I need to do. We are gonna start another project. We're gonna start planting crops. So
You have hoes now. You can plant with them.
yes, I think to plant like we're planting and growing, and then we'll have a whole separate stage for harvesting, I think. Maybe we'll have to just let them grow through the summer. I don't know how plants here work. But
it works how we want them to work.
yeah. But so I think we're gonna take the top of the hill where they're gonna get the most sunlight. Of course, it's gonna be a little bit of climb to get up there for people every day to work on them. But we're gonna go up towards the top of the hill and we're gonna make fields and we're gonna start planting these seeds. I'm gonna say that's gonna take another month to do that.
Move the green boy that I just moved a little bit to wherever you think is appropriate.
Yes, I shall do that. Hold on. Let me find the green boy again. There he is over. Oh, I'm gonna actually move him to the other side of the map, up the hill near the forest.
Yeah, that's fine. Near the forest and near the civilization does make sense.
Yes. Right up in that area.
Nice.
Look at us being smart.
This is great. I love
Gathering food.
Sounds sus. I don't
Of
believe
course
it.
it's sus. It's the non-divination people mostly, so
Iceberg.
Oh yeah, the divination people are busy building the temple.
Yeah.
Which
Clearly the most important thing to do.
which next turn it will be will come to completion too, which will be funny. All right. I think that's the end of your turn, Kareen.
yes, it is.
Cool. Next up is Artemis.
I got my mouse pad working.
Yeah, I think so. Okay. New cards. The 10th of Spring. There's another community somewhere on the map. Where are they? What set them apart? Or what beliefs or practices help to unify your community?
Well, confusing.
Well,
It's like we just knew this bullshit was gonna happen.
And
Maybe
you know
we're
what?
the psychic ones.
You know what?
Hmm.
There's another community on the map. Where are they? What sets them apart from you?
We don't have room for another community.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, fuck yes, we do.
It's the mole people.
They're the dragon riders.
Not quite, but we're getting there.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
What is it, Artemis? Let Artemis talk.
So, what do you know about Sahagin?
What?
Sahagin. Basically, underwater fish people.
They're Tritons, but if they were pure evil.
Oh,
Normally.
hell
Yeah.
yes.
Normally, not always, but normally.
They can
Yeah.
do whatever.
So basically, think some of the springs, especially the hot springs, are pretty deep. So some Sahagans have adapted to the climate of the hot springs and have built a community there in symbiosis with the dragons.
Cool.
So it's basically a Sahagan village led by dragons.
An FYI,
Or
nothing.
enslaved by.
Who
Who knows?
I mean, who knows? Yeah. Nothing that you said wrong like contradicts anything. Just an FYI that the spring, because water is a scarcity, and because I used an earlier project to say that they're basically the springs dried up. That is basically a dried up spring, not a currently filled with water spring, but it could still be used for a community base. I just wanted to clarify that though.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
like,
it's basically some Sahagans a long time ago came out of the sea and well found these excuse me found these hot springs and thought of them, well, yeah, it's kind of nice and it's kind of warm and we don't have to be chilly in winter, and started living there, and now it's more of some kind of, well, mud spa.
nice. Cool. If you want to draw something near the spring on the map or something in there to show our third community, if we count the divination and then like the semi-common sense folk as separate
Oh, the
communities.
divination is the only community that matters, of course.
Especially if you ask the divination community.
Of course.
Who else would you ask?
I mean, other people. Dragons. The dragons. I would ask the dragons.
Heathens.
Cool. So all project die lower by 1. So our project for the divination temple layer 1 has been completed. I believe that was Poppy, right?
Yes.
How's it going? How's your
Great.
temple? How's
I
your
was checking the time, see what time I can go to bed. I woke up at 3:30 this morning. Yay.
Yeah,
Anyways,
I feel
the
your
temple. The temple went super well. Thanks to the ore and everything, they were able to erect some really nice building that's metallic in nature, but it looks very Grecian, and like there's lots of open spaces. But because of that metallicness, it's got a coldness to it that's kind of offsetting, and you're kind of like, do I really want to be here? But then, like, it's one of the only like really stable structures, so you're like, yeah, I'm gonna stay.
Dang,
So
okay.
that's what I'm doing. That's
Nice.
what's happening with
You
that.
could draw me
The
your little
fumes keep you warm.
temple. That'd be great.
I can, and I'm gonna put it in a lovely, very ominous dark gray.
Awesome. Love it.
I'm gonna put no wait, that's too big.
All right, so
One.
going
I'll fix it.
back to the rest of Artemis's turn, the active player takes an action, discover something new, hold a discussion, start a project. We are
At the
down
moment,
to...
I'm still drawing the house on fire.
No, that's fair. We have one project going right now, so you have another project idea? Go ahead.
So quick reminder, what was the project that's going right now?
The last project is A, which I think is planting.
Yeah, it's planting
Oh
crops.
yeah, right, planting crops.
I've been trying to keep up with the labels on those.
I appreciate you.
I'm just taking the draw shape tool.
If we're planting crops,
A tissue
bless
Bless
you.
A tissue
Gesundheit.
Gesundheit.
Well, not bad pronunciation.
Thanks.
Okay.
Got it okay from the German. Nice.
I'll take it.
Hold the discussion.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Um.
It's a great discussion.
Yeah, I know.
You should have an idea of what you want to discuss before saying holy
I'm trying to
Give
frame
it a
it
minute.
right so it doesn't take 5 sentences. Poppy.
You can
Alright.
kiss my lily white ass.
That's sentence
There.
one. Is
Well,
Poppy.
come over here then. No,
Buy a
but,
plane ticket, bitch. I'm not coming to you.
Look, if you come see Poppy, you have to see me. That's the requirement.
Okay, yeah.
We're in neighboring states. It's not that too much of a difference.
Yeah.
There's one state that's a little bit high on the agenda, I'm afraid.
I mean, that's fair.
We can't survive on crops alone. We need something in the meantime until they have sprouted and are ready to harvest.
Say that one more time. Sorry, my dog was like almost walking off the bed. So I
We
had to-
can't survive on crops alone. We need something in the meantime until they are ready to harvest because we don't have food.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, guess.
True.
I think I'm next.
Yeah, do it up.
We can fish. There's fish in the lake and ocean.
I will say the lake dried up, and now there seem to be humanoids in it. I think the oceans is all that provides us food right now.
Eat the humanoids.
Hold on, let me figure out how to say this. Poppy, if you have something to say, you should go first.
I will say this. Given that they are generally new to the terrain, we shouldn't put all our eggs in the basket of fishing. Because we never said anything about fauna. So perhaps that should be something that we try. Just as a... Because, again, don't put all our eggs in one basket.
Those who worry too much for want of food, aren't stopping to smell the gases enough.
Oh, God. Are we
So now those that worry about
If you're
farms
still
and those that
hungry,
worry
you're
about
not-
cold are not divining enough. Is that what we're getting to?
This is Animal
Apparently.
Farm. This is straight up fucking Animal Farm.
If you're still hungry, you're not baked enough.
That's kind of the sentence that was just said. Yeah.
We are straight up the pigs in Animal Farm.
Are we the pigs or are we the sheep?
No, we are the pigs, and those motherfuckers are the sheep. 'Cause we're
Excuse
like,
me,
hey,
I don't
you're
have a
not-
badge.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, but we're...
Lots of crosstalk, guys. That's okay. So you're fine. Artemis went. Everything went down one, and all right. Gonna draw real quick. See what we got. Someone new arrives. Who? Or two of the community's younger members get into a fight. What provoked them? I don't want to add another community, even if it's like an outside source. So I'm gonna say two of the youngsters are fighting, and we'll say it is from the currently the harvesting community and the divining community, and they are fighting over the way homes are being done. One is fighting about the fact that the temple is very specific and secluded to very specific people, versus the row houses, which while are shoddily made because the divination people are taking all the stuff, all the metals. They at least they are open to everybody, and that causes a tension, growing tension between this division in the community. that you guys decided to make happen. Uh, with smelling salts.
Don't put the blame on us. You're part of it as well.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I was gonna say,
Well,
Um,
Poppy, I see a hand raised.
hi,
Hop
I
on.
just wanted to make a little comment real quick.
What's up?
I forgot my comment. I'm very tired, actually, and it's only 9:30.
I believe in you.
I believe in me too, but I can't do this for 7 hours.
No, we're not going to be doing for 7 hours.
Thank you. I need us to be done by at least 11.
Yeah, I mean, we'll be. Yeah, I mean, we'll
11
wrap
my
up.
time, so 12 y'all's time.
Whenever you need to leave, you can leave. Like at 11, if you need to leave.
This is fun though.
I
Oh
mean, that's
no,
fair, but then
I
it's
remember my
Korean.
quote. I remember my comment. Remember how in the directions it said that spring was going to be the easy one, and there really wasn't going to be any strife or anything.
Yep. No, it gets worse.
We fucked up so many things in these people's lives.
Yep. All that coming together, really did not come together.
We should play this again and try and be the happy cult, not the.
what would be the fun in
What?
that?
A happy cult.
Anyways,
You know, summer camp.
So I'm going to
The
start a
HOA.
project. I'm going to start a project in relation to what has already been talked about, and that is just going to be scavenging for edible wildlife. I guess I'll put it near the forest for now, even though I think it would be other places that it would end up going.
oh, that's fantastic. That works perfectly with my plan as long as my plan holds.
And I'm going to say, I'll say 3 weeks to like really get a good layout and find these creatures. Cool. Boom, boom, boom. That is the end of that. Next up is Poppy, I think.
Hi.
Hey, go ahead and draw a card.
Boop. The Ace of Spring. What group has the highest status in the community? What must people do to gain inclusion in
I'm
this
so
group?
happy you're getting all of the cult questions.
I was meant to be a cult leader. Just call me the Kool-Aid Man.
Oh yeah.
Oh
And
yeah. No, wait,
The
what was his
Kool-Aid
name?
Man or the Cult
No.
Aid Man?
his saying
No,
was,
no,
oh yeah.
who was the don't drink the Kool-Aid?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Anyways, play the game.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Are there distinct family units in the community? If so, what family structures are common? Oh, I'm gonna go with what group has the highest status in the community. So I think in terms of monetary, it would be like the wealthiest. It would be the cult society. Like they just have nicer things, you
I
know.
love how they're no longer the diviners, they're just the cult.
Cult. Oh god, we have to come up with a name for the cult. What must people do to gain inclusion? They must huff and puff and tell their prophecy.
Blow the house down.
Huh?
Blow the house down.
They must blow the house down. They have to huff and puff, and if they don't go insane from these very noxious fumes, then they're good.
Okay. So we are establishing
They gotta
that some
build
people.
themselves up through the cult and do
So
menial tasks.
We are establishing that some people are going insane from this huffing.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Like these fumes are not meant to be huffed and puffed.
You
And
just
I am-
established Witcher.
Yes. 100%. And I think I'm going to. I'm trying to think. I'm gonna hold a discussion as well.
Cool.
So real quick, I do want to post this. We are attempting food. We have.
Attempting is the right word.
Shut the fuck up. Let me ask you a question.
No, it's good. It's funny.
You know, we have shelters, kind of. Is there anything else we might be missing? I think water was one of our scarcities. So do we have a way to at least purify the ocean water? or anything like that. Like we built tools specifically for farming, but we didn't do anything in terms of water. So if we don't die of food or exposure, water.
A reminder
Right.
that hold a discussion is supposed to be like 2 sentences max.
It's okay.
Okay, we know I'm not good at this. Just imagine I say run-on sentences.
Next up is Artemis.
One moment. Mel just asked if we would mind if they come back.
No, of course not.
Just
Oh.
come back. Be
Hop back
part
in.
of the chaos.
Be in here. Join the couillons.
Water. We could try to dig a well. Maybe that solves the problem.
The thing that's normally done the first time you get into community. 2 months in. Let's think about it.
Yeah, have you noticed that we haven't?
I mean, we were very busy building a temple. Excuse me.
I will say dehydration probably helped with the insanity.
Oh no, we have the oh god, the
Oh god.
what was it called? The bullshit. The consecrated water.
Salt
Mess
water,
wine.
okay.
We have mess wine.
Nice. Echo.
We could hunt for other types of animals to eat.
Hunting gets us food, but water is still an issue.
Water
Food is
snakes.
also an issue. We're discussing what issues we have right now that we're forgetting.
No, I agree. I'm just saying that the thing is said next would have been like food, not as big. Like food, an issue, but we're solving that. Water, maybe rain if we can't get a well.
So have you guys completely burned down your settlement yet, or no?
No.
We started a cult.
Yeah.
You started a cult.
I did.
Mel,
Lara
mute,
started the cold.
mute for just a little bit, and once we get through this round, you can pop in.
Yeah, totally.
Kareen?
I was doing so good without not putting that starburst in my mouth so I could discuss, and then I forgot. Darn it. We can also get our finest artificers to figure out a purification system if all else fails.
Cool. And Poppy, you have last comment when you open with a question. So
Okay, I'm gonna do this. Leave Jennifer everything else. If you're thirsty, you just aren't trusting in the smoke enough. And you need to
God.
hop a bit more.
yeah.
The confusion on Mel's face is glorious.
Mel has also probably had 2 glasses at least. Mel, are you 2 or 3 glasses in?
I've had one glass. Thank you very much. First of all. Second of all, I'm just taking in everything and
Cool.
trying to catch up as best as I can.
No, you're fine. We'll explain shit along the way because that's the only thing we can do at this point.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm going to say at this point, because we have a full group of people, I'm going to say instead of groups, we're just going to let everyone go in a round.
Oh, we've
Because-
switched back.
Yeah, I'm just going to say every single person can go in a round after this, just because otherwise it's going to be forever for certain people, with me and Mel both having churns every time.
That's fair. We could
no.
also just pair up as a pair of any.
We could, but I
Because this
don't
game
know.
is technically supposed to be like 4 people max.
Yeah, that's fair. But I mean, either way will work. Yeah, sure, fine. We'll join as a group, and you can take the next round since I've had like 5. Echo, I think you are next.
I am next.
All right.
Cutie.
Hi, next. I'm Artemis.
I'm gonna fight you. Anyways, 8 of spring.
Oh,
An
no.
old piece of machinery is discovered, broken, but perhaps repairable. What is it? What would it be useful for? Or an old piece of machinery is discovered, cursed, and dangerous. How does the community destroy it? I don't like either of those choices. Anyways.
You pick and choose.
Oh yeah, this is the worst game to give bisexuals because there's a lot of choice involved.
This is why I had pairs. This is why I had pairs. For the bisexual switches that just don't know any better.
The Libras that can't make any choices ever.
I'm
I
sorry,
take
you're talking
offense
to
to
the
that.
entire group. Most of us can't make a choice anyways.
Anyways, I think, what's the word for it? A water wheel in the rivers. It's a water wheel. I forget what a water wheel does, but that's what came to mind. So.
It's used to power things like, for example, a grain mill.
Yep. It helps construction when there's no, like, without electricity, water wheels help make things do
Fair.
continuous motions of certain sorts.
So clearly, somewhere along the way, the building it was attached to was lost, but there's still the water wheel, and it's broken.
Want to draw us a wheel over in one of the rivers?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Um,
As that's going on, the next project die goes down. So A, planting crops. How's that going, Kareen?
It went. It's done, right? So it went well.
Mhm.
Um,
Well, I mean, that's up
shoot.
to you. You can say it goes bad. You're allowed to make.
I would like it to have gone well. I thought we read that the general idea is that if it completes, it generally goes well.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. I mean, you can. The thing is always moving the community forward. So you could say like crops go badly, but something else is discussed. Like you can always make it like
Oh,
a reverse monkey's paw, I guess. But either way, you can. Crops can
okay.
go well. I was just fucking around.
I'm gonna say it went well. I accidentally drew that gray line, but we're gonna fix it by covering over it with other lines.
I can get rid of it. Rid of the boy.
These are our
Oh, I see now.
Our musical sheet paper.
croplands.
Hell yeah.
it's called a staff, if any.
Yeah,
So we
musical
have-
sheet paper.
We have. I will actually, Vinny. I will ask you to erase these baskets because technically they're all planted in the ground now.
Look at you, like a boss.
That's my teammate.
Who you're like actively working against.
We're all working against each other in one way or another.
It's called a healthy dose of
To destroy
chaos.
their lives.
Happy dose. Yeah, there's definitely a dose.
Healthy dose, not a happy dose.
Tomato, tomato.
Sorry, I scared myself. I accidentally zoomed in the whole map like 250%. Because if you
happens.
scroll over a thing, it will just let you click that. Anyway, this is our little field of crops. And now it's just gotta grow.
Nice. That was someone else's turn that was going during. That was the middle of Echo's turn, right?
Yes.
So we can also put food. If you want to put crops in abundances, someone else. Echo, what do you do for your action? You still have your action to do.
I'm going to discover something,
Ooh.
and my discovery is while they are foraging, they find some. Let's go with shrooms for the best word that make them have other divination type feelings.
Oh no.
That's different from the smoke divinations.
Hell yes.
Mel, what you missed is that our most abundant resource is
Is tripping
divination.
balls?
Divination.
Is divination.
Yes, divination.
I do see divination under the list of abundances.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should be
I just
worried.
didn't know. I'm very concerned.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we have the smoke diviners, but now we have like shroom diviners. They're a
Okay.
different kind of diviner.
Is that are they both in the diviner community, or is this like a separate thing somewhere else?
It's separate people. They're having different visions.
Oh god, is it the are we separating the harvesters into their own extra group?
Yeah.
No,
Echo,
we have two cults.
Echo, drop me
What?
where you want that to be. Where you want these these secondary hallucination diviners to be.
We are
I'm
They're
curious to know
definitely
what they're
living
gonna
out here in the
choose.
forest with all the foraging that's going on.
Where's the forest?
Enjoy
There
my
it
little
is.
mushroom.
There it is. Oh, that's so good. That's very
The
good.
triangles are the forest, to be clear. They're the trees I drew.
Okay,
Mushroom
I'm here for
dance.
it. We're a fan.
Mushroom dance. Anyways,
Whatever
And
could
that's
it
my little
mean?
mushroom.
I have to say something real quick. I do have to go to bed in 20 minutes because I can't stay up much longer.
that's fine. That's another good reason for us to having separate all these things. We can keep it going.
Yeah.
All right. So next
I
up,
trust someone to keep my cult alive.
that is fair. We can have someone do that. If Echo just went, that brings us back around technically to me. I'm going to defer a turn and let Mel go, because
Just briefly catch me up on what I've missed.
there's literally no way.
Okay.
As I
I
said,
can attempt. I
just
can
watch the
attempt.
Fine,
video.
So there's a cult, from what I
Yes.
understand.
So basically,
You know what? I'm just gonna draw a card and just go into this blind, and we're
Yes.
gonna see what chaos I
We
can
should
add
do
to
it.
this.
Yeah, that's
So I have to
really
pull
the
from the
best.
spring deck, right? We're still in spring.
Yes.
I think we should be near the end at this point, but yeah, draw
Okay.
and see what happens.
Oh, I cannot read that. Is that the Queen of Spring?
yeah,
Click it.
if you click on it, it becomes bigger.
Oh. Ooh. Okay. So, Queen of Spring. What's the most beautiful thing in this area, or what's the most hideous thing in this area? And I feel like I need to pick the most hideous thing. And the most hideous thing in this area is
Us.
I want to say it's a sea serpent. And the sea serpent's name is, oh God. I feel like I need to give him a name, but I don't know what to name him.
Herman.
Yeah, Herman. His name is Herman.
Oh, I said Herbert, but I like Herman.
His name is Herman now. So Herman the sea serpent is the most ugly fucking thing in this place. And he lives like right here. I'm just gonna draw like a little sea serpent buddy.
He lives opposite our dragons.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh,
this is Herman the sea serpent, and he ugly. I need to zoom in because I can't see what the hell I'm doing.
Why the fuck did people choose to live there? Such a very
Divination.
stupid
The
idea.
divination, man.
Lots of divination.
The perks.
Oh, yeah.
So this is Herman the sea serpent.
Oh my god, I thought his tail was on the other end.
He's adorable.
I bet him to my name's list.
Am I being extra about this? Yes. Do I care? No.
Don't
so
care. Just do it.
Nah, that's good.
Oh.
Yeah.
He's got a little tail. It's really
so ugly.
sad. Oh.
All right.
Gonna
As
give
you,
him like a singular eye right there.
all right, as
I like
you're
that
doing,
his head is bigger than his entire body.
Oh yeah, that's why he's so ugly.
as you're doing that, all the project die are going to go down, meaning foraging is done. Who did foraging and how did it go?
You? No. Wasn't it you?
Foraging the mushrooms or foraging?
Yeah, the foraging in general was Vinny. Because I remember
Was-
commenting
Oh, you
that
were
was going to
foraging
help
for
my
animals.
plan.
Foraging for animal, like literally searching and surveying for animals. Yep. Okay. Yeah. Oh, this is gonna go real good related to something else I have to do, anyways. Foraging for animals is fairly successful. It seems there's a lot of predators here, which is the only reason they've survived near the dragon and sea serpent is because they're all upper tier. So there is like very low prey. So hunting is difficult, but meat is potentially gettable, but it does require a lot of work on behalf of the community to get it. Related to that, as that happens, one of the special counters did reach 0 as well. So, as
This is one of the things Vinny has modified the game with.
yeah, it's gonna be a fun time.
I'm
As
kind of
that
terrified, not going to lie.
good. Anyways,
you should be.
We have
as-
shrooms. What could I?
what could happen with shrooms?
Shrooms and smoke.
As
Shrooms, divination gas.
as the community is slowly coming together, more strangers from different areas begin coming in. Instead of having it mainly the ASMR and goblinoids that have been here, and then the Sahwajin, whatever, however you pronounce the
Sahagin.
Sahagin. Thank you. The Sahagin folk as well. There is a mix of people from other parts of the world, like a multitude of different ancestries, and all of them were also hearing a call, not divination based, not either of the calls that have already been heard, which still have been undefined, by the way. No one has defined what thing is calling these people.
It's
Where
Herman.
did we find that?
Yes.
But when asked what these people heard call them, they say that a rainbow called them.
The reading rainbow?
And slowly a third part of the community begins building up, which is the people of the rainbow.
Gays unite!
I find it fascinating that the rainbow called them and not the skull sitting in the corner of the sky.
The
Gotcha.
skull that we
Skull.
have confirmed is an ally.
And as these people do begin coming up, a lot of the people have like made their own paraphernalia for this new whatever you want to call it. Like people who were military based have armor. People who are just normal citizens have face masks or like little emblems of it, and these masks just show the color of the rainbow going down them.
Okay.
And that is going to be the end of that. And that is still Mel's turn. Mel, you have an action. Discover something new. Hold a discussion. Start a project.
I'm gonna start a project, and it's to tame Herman the sea serpent. And I think it's gonna take like at least 6 weeks.
Yeah.
But if we tame Herman, maybe we can like get him to fish for us. I don't know.
All right.
No, I love you so much.
Thanks. I love you too.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
Listen, I
Taming-
have to introduce something ugly to this world. I have to give it purpose, okay?
It could have just been our mascot.
Because
Nah.
all ugly things need
Not
purpose.
enough. Not enough.
I love that we haven't seen like a single dragon yet. It's just-
Oh no, we just know they're
Don't
there.
worry, don't worry, it's coming.
yeah, we just
Oh,
know
no.
they exist. All right, Kareen, if you want to try and draw, I think we're either at the end or near the end for spring, but let's see.
Yeah, I can try and draw from spring. All right, that's just showing me the Queen of Hearts. I don't know if it will let me.
Cool. So that means go down to the bottom one, which is summer, and we are beginning summer now, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Great. Should I try to give a brief summary of everything?
No.
in spring?
I do
No,
need to
no,
use
no.
the restroom, so if you'd like to give a very quick summary to Mel, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead and
okay.
try.
Me as well.
Try your best.
Alrighty. Let me
BRB.
use the bathroom. I'm gonna try my best to give a summary based on the things that are already on the map. We're just gonna go with what's already here, and I'm not
Mhm.
gonna
I
try to
can
give you
help.
step by step.
Mhm.
So, first of all, this little can I click on the map and not draw anything right now? I can. I don't know if you can see me clicking. Can you see me clicking?
If
No, I
you
cannot.
have on the mouse, go
Uh-huh.
on the mouse and just hold down.
Oh,
It should make a little.
It should make like a
Ew.
little pingy. There it is. Hello. There's the friend.
There
Hello,
she is.
friend.
this little spot, this little red rift is the rift that the gases are coming out of, that the divination community has built a house on. So this gray structure on top of it is the divinations community's house that they've built
The
on
first
top of
layer
the
of
gases.
it. There's supposed to be 4 layers.
Okay, I have a question. What's the
Yes.
Illuminati eye for?
To
We call-
signify that the gases help with the divination stuff.
Okay, noted. Cool.
Over here is a schoolhouse that existed and then was taken out by a tornado, which is what the gray thing is.
I see that.
In this little blue spot here on the ground, a little kid dug up the ground and found a community of small land underground creatures.
Okay.
We don't know what
Like
they
moles
are.
or something?
Oh,
We
mole
have
people.
not
Okay,
identified
great.
them.
We've not identified, but just to give you an idea of
Right.
What we think
Rough
is-
gist is mole people. Okay.
This little pink symbol with the red cross over it meant that we had no tools, but it is actually invalid because we used the spots that the meteors landed built ourselves a mine, and built
Uh-huh.
ourselves some tools from it.
Nice.
Do you like
That's
my
what all
beautiful
that is.
hammer and hoe that I made?
Yeah, absolutely. Fantastic. 10 out of 10.
Up here, these blue things are docks. This is
like how I
obviously
drew them?
Herman the Sea Serpent.
Yeah,
These
that's
The
are
Herman.
docks are dilapidated because of a meteor.
Okay.
Yes, the docks are not very well in good repair, but they do
Okay.
exist. Over here is something we started the map off with, which is our little nest of dragons. That's what this symbol is. It's a nest with an egg and on fire.
What's the fire with the red line around it? What's
The
that?
red line is just a signifier to say that's a danger, which we talked about once and never talked about again.
Yeah, no, we
Okay.
If we go even farther in the upper right corner of the map, this is a skull and crossbones. This is an ominous symbol that showed up at one point and has
Wait, I
not
have to
left.
scroll over. I missed the skull and crossbones.
It is a cloud that is a skull cloud. It is
And
a
it
bad
does not
omen.
move.
It
It
doesn't
stays
move.
there.
It does not signify that the Dark Lord has arrived. It is also an ally.
Yeah,
Okay,
we also
we have
specified that
discovered
it's
it is
not
not
homophobic.
Okay, good. Nice. Good. What's
That's
the
all
blue
we know.
thing?
This
What
blue
is-
thing is some frozen stuff that happened that came up out of the water.
It
That
is also an ally.
did we decide that?
Allegedly.
It's an iceberg.
There is a continuous sheet. Basically, it is almost winter in that one spot on the ocean. It keeps freezing over, and then
Okay.
comes
so
waving
Elsa
into.
lives there. Got it. Okay.
It's
this
the
a
iceberg
river?
guitar.
This blue line, is that a river?
Yes.
It was.
Yes. So
Okay.
this is
Because I was wondering what's with the fish.
this is a lake that dried up and now has Artemis, say the name of them.
Sahagin.
Sahagin live
Sahagin?
there.
Okay.
And
They're
then
underwater peoples.
there's a couple rivers
Yes.
here. I don't remember what this symbol is.
That looks like a water
Water
wheel.
wheel.
Oh,
It is
okay,
a
we
water wheel
just
that
did
is
that.
broken in disrepair, but we're hoping
Right.
we repair it.
You didn't cover this.
I'm almost done. I'm getting
Okay.
around.
Yeah. So I
I'm
know
getting
that
around.
these purple mounds over here are actually trees. And this
Yes.
is a mushroom for more diviners. What the fuck is this net-like thing? And is this like a wall? What's happening here? This
The
like
net-like
yellow
thing
shit.
is our crops. The yellow
Okay.
stuff is houses of anybody who's not a diviner.
Okay.
They're
and then
really
what's
shitty.
with the castle in the bottom right?
This castle.
Explain that.
This is an abandoned building we discovered, and some like
Okay.
teenagers went and discovered it. But the thing about the castle is that they found out very quickly that it's full of hundreds of tiny gold piece mimics.
Oh, love that. Okay,
That's
great.
why it is abandoned.
Cool. Okay.
And I think that's everything.
That's
on the map.
everything. What are the little cyan things? And then I'm done.
Oh, these are little bushes that have fruits in them, and
Cool.
these pink things are also fruits. That's where we collected our seeds to plant the crops.
Got you. All right, cool. Continue.
Okay.
So
We're
Kareen,
in
now
summer.
it's your turn. So go ahead and draw,
Yes.
and we shall begin.
Summer. 10 of diamonds. So, you discover a cache of supplies or resources add a new abundance, or a scarcity has gone unaddressed for too long. Start a project that will alleviate that scarcity. Let me take a look again at what we've got on our list here.
For scarcities, you've got water, flora, education, fish, and heat.
I think we can get rid of Flora at this point.
Yeah, I
considering-
think Flora's actually moved. However, I think I'm trying to It's summer,
Mm-hmm.
so we're gonna want to worry about heat soon. But
Mhm.
actually, I think have we fully addressed the water issue?
What is
No.
the water issue?
There hasn't been a well. No one's tried digging. There's literally nothing for water.
I see.
Everyone's
Really
dehydrated and it's summer.
Oh, we are
Great.
We've
some
done an entire
dehydrated homosexuals.
season.
Okay.
That is the scarcity that's gone on
We're
far
thirsty.
too long.
Yeah, thirsty
So
bitches.
Let's start digging a well. And in fact, we're gonna do it. I know these water springs are kind of dried up, but we're gonna do it. We've got the water wheel here. I don't want to be too close to that, but I kind of want to be right near this intersection. Hopefully, there would be water there. Yeah, thank you. So that is gonna take 5 weeks to dig deep enough and to find a way to transport the water effectively for us to use that effectively.
That is true.
Mhm.
And smart.
Great. So that's what I do with the card. All of the things tick down. And then we get to okay. Here's the other project I'm gonna start. Here's the other thing I would like to do. I would like to send a small party of people who are confident animal trainers to try to train the dragons.
Hell yes.
We know nothing about these dragons. I would like to start a project to go on an expedition to find out about the dragons and attempt to tame them if possible.
Is
I would
one
say-
of them named Hiccup?
I would say, since you're even you just said it as two separate things, I would say making contact and then potential training should be two
We'll
separate
make
things.
contact first. That's fine. We can worry about training later, but we should figure out what the heck is happening with these dragons. Are they big dragons? Why haven't they come to find us yet? Is it just that we don't have enough gold, so they aren't interested in our horde? Like what is happening with these dragons?
You're not bougie enough for these dragons.
How
Well,
many?
We're like half of us. Our most prestigious community are hippies who get high off of fumes. I don't.
They have an entire
Excuse
metal
me,
temple.
fumes and mushrooms.
No,
I think the
two
mushrooms are
different
separate.
factions, two
The
The
mushrooms
different
mushrooms are a
separate.
separate group that are forming because they found the mushrooms.
I do.
Yeah, but they're also hippies.
do have a question about that, but I think I can ask it later.
How many weeks do you think to make contact, like serious, like talk to dragons and not get killed in the process?
That should be C, Vinny, not D. By the way.
I just grabbed one. I did not
Okay, that's
make
fair.
a thing. It's fine. They're like, what did you do?
Are you okay?
Fingers.
Buddy? Are you alright?
I'm good. I just whacked it on the table.
Okay.
I'm
How
gonna say
many-
4.
Okay. For contact. Gotcha.
We have a lot of long projects. I hope nothing fucks our shit up.
Oh,
Everything is already
I'm
fucked.
sure it will.
Oh,
Thanks,
okay.
Vinny.
Anything else? That is your
That is
project.
my whole turn.
Poppy.
Real quick, I wanted
up?
to say I forgot to name the girl prophecy girl.
Mhm.
The girl prophecy girl.
Girl boss?
Her name is Delphi.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
No,
Oh.
no, no, no,
Fucking
wait, no, wait,
course
no,
it
no,
is.
wait, Cassandra.
Fuck you!
Oh. But people listen to her. People listen to her.
People don't. I just
don't.
think that's funny.
People don't listen to the real Cassandra, but the whole point of this girl is that people do.
Oh,
Yep.
God.
I know,
Cool.
Redemption arc.
which
I mean-
is kind of funny.
Cassandra
Maybe she's
has
a
been in
fucking
charge of
liar.
Whitestone, so people kind of listen to her.
Wrong Cassandra.
So many Cassandras.
I know.
Poppy,
Alright.
go ahead and draw a card. It's time
Oh,
to
okay.
do.
Thank you. And then I'm probably gonna go to bed. No, wait, that's not the card that I want. There we go. The Two of Summer. Someone new arrives. Who? Why are they in distress? Someone leaves the community. Who? What are they looking for? Oh shit.
Ooh.
Evil laugh from Poppy always worries me.
Do we gain a new potential friend or do we lose somebody? Which one's it gonna be?
You're gonna
Do
kill
you really have to ask?
Mel.
Are
Yeah.
you what?
At-
Are we losing Herman? I just introduced him. Really?
Do it up. This is what
Fine.
happens.
I'm taking a point of content. Oh,
Do it.
Wait, I haven't said anything yet.
Yeah, let Poppy talk
go
before
on.
you.
Go
defend
ahead.
yourself.
Just
Okay,
destroy my
okay.
boy. It's fine.
Ill. Okay. This one's gonna be interesting. The people working on the water system. There is a man. Let's call him Christopher. I don't know. Fuck it. Christopher.
Gotcha,
He
okay.
says that he is going. They dig a hole. He says he's going to go down the hole to see if they've hit water yet. and he never comes back.
Ooh. Awesome.
I named him Waterboy in the notes.
Do it. Go right on ahead.
Chrysothin, the water boy. All right.
Then the water boy.
Dang.
But Chrysothin never comes back.
All right. All projects lowered by 1, and
I think
now you can
have
take an
to-
action.
Thank
do we
you.
have to draw
Um,
Kristen on the map.
No, because we don't have the well drawn yet. So
Oh, I
it kinda-
see. Okay.
Well's not finished yet. They've just started digging.
Ah,
I would like
oh, I see.
to start a project
do it up.
on the temple, a second level of the temple. I'm building this shit up.
How
Do it
long
up.
does it? I'm so curious.
So it's like a bit smaller. So again, like it's gonna go like pyramids. And this one will take, I say, about 3 weeks. Yeah.
Temple level 2.
Temple level 2. Temple run. Temple run 2.
Envision Boogaloo.
Sounds
Enlighten Boogaloo.
about right.
But this, no, actually, you know what? I'm gonna make it 4 weeks because while it's smaller, it's much more elaborate than the first level.
Also, you have to bring things up a level, which is a pain.
So,
Cool. All right.
and again, it is all being led by our dear Cassandra.
Nice. All right. So I would turn for Poppy. Next up is Artemis.
Okay, so the King of Summer. Summer is fleeting. Discard the 2 top cards off the top of the deck and take 2 actions this week.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Wanna just flip them so we can see what they are? Because I'm kind of curious.
Me
yeah.
too.
So the first one would be a contingent within the community demands to be heard. Who are they? What are they asking for? Or a contingent within the community have acted on their frustrations. What have they damaged and why did they damage it? Is it permanent?
That one is gone.
Yep, that's gone. And also, someone tries to take control of a community by force, Cassandra. Do they concede? Do they succeed? Why do they do this? Or a headstrong community member tries to put one of their ideas in motion, Cassandra. Start a foolish project.
It's the
Well, thank
soft
God.
call out on Cassandra for me.
I don't think we needed those anyways. They were happening.
Yeah, we just had those.
They were
Okay,
already happening anyway.
Alright.
We
I don't know what it
genuinely
is,
are
but I
already
love
doing
cults
that.
with y'all.
Alright, I'm going to lower the project die, but you get to take 2 actions on this. So
Okay,
Have
2
fun with that.
actions. First action, discover something new. I want to discover a valley that I'm gonna ping this. A valley that goes down around here is just an incline which opens up into some kind of a very dry valley type of situation with some cacti and stuff. And an expedition party discovered that the cacti are actually, well, edible and cause hallucinations.
We've got 3 different
Which-
hallucinations going on.
Yes, with squanchiest.
Uh-huh. Quentiest. The
Which
quentiest.
which causes people to see this giant skull in the sky to vomit rainbows.
It's a friendly mushroom.
Alright, so
No, the skull vomits rainbows like Nyan Cat rainbows.
divine group number 4?
I would
What is
say
up with
divine
us?
group number 3.5 because they are technically part of the rainbow people, but the skull is the cause of the rainbows.
Fair enough. If you want to draw like a cactus or like rainbow vomit up there, whichever one you prefer.
I'ma do that.
That is
Okay,
fantastic.
so here's the valley portion with some You're welcome.
So good.
You made me do this.
It'll quench you.
Yeah. It's for quenches.
Make it stop.
If Sokka was a pirate.
Yeah.
I'm gonna head out.
Okay.
Bye, Poppy.
Guys.
Poppy,
I
when
can't wait
your
to watch the rest of this.
Poppy, when your thing completes, what would you like done with it? Out of curiosity, how is this building the community? What is going? What does level 2 Temple Boogaloo look like?
Again, it is the same metal structure, just way more extravagant. So like, very much a lot of ore has been used.
All right, so we're gonna put ore in scarcity because it keeps getting used a lot. Cool.
Okay.
All right, when
And
it comes
I
around, we'll do
leave-
that.
I want to leave someone in charge of my cult temporarily.
We are the
We're all in
community,
charge
so
of
we
the
can all
cult.
be in charge
Yeah,
of it.
yeah,
No,
it's
but I
Yeah.
need someone to watch over my people.
Nah.
No,
I'm joking.
It's not how
Go
it
to
works,
bed.
Poppy. Love you. Get some
Okay,
sleep.
bye, good
Did
night.
you
I
eat?
will have to hop
Huh?
out in a while as well because it's currently 4 a.m. and I have to stand at a register and ask people if I use payback points in 6 hours.
Go there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Should
Yeah.
we?
Again, people can go when they need to go. It's okay.
I have a question.
Mhm.
And this might not be a viable option. Could we pause it?
I'm gonna say continue for a little while and see how
Yeah.
it goes with just 5/4 people.
No, that's fine.
But there's a high likelihood we won't get through more than summer anyways, knowing us. So, not surprised.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so now we have a
you know what?
vomiting rainbow skull and
Amazing. So good.
What a
Good
good
luck.
time.
Good night,
Y'all have
Poppy.
fun.
Good night, Bobby.
Love you all.
well,
Right.
Bye.
love you too.
Alright.
Bye.
Who's okay? That was one. You still have another action.
Yeah.
out of
Okay.
this.
My other action.
Hold a discussion, start a project, or discover another thing.
Yeah, I would really like to just start a project. Do we already have a Narcotics Anonymous group?
A what?
No.
No, but I think we need one.
It's basically just AA but for narcotic abuse.
No, I understood like the actual words that you said, but it just took me a second to process.
It's for cultists who
Right.
don't
Cultists who
want to
need
do
rehab.
don't want to do the shrooms no more.
Right. Right. Former
Like you do.
cultists, perhaps.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a project you could start.
Former cultists that are trying to reintegrate into the bunk bed people.
All right. Yeah, if you want to start putting up an A sign somewhere.
I'm just thinking about the bullshit of the people who are not seeing this game but are seeing the shit in the chat.
Solid confusion, as always.
Yep. Yep.
Good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Sorry.
But yeah, how long do you think this takes?
I feel like it would be probably quite hard to get people to stop doing drugs in this game because we have like 4 different alternatives with 3 different factions doing drugs and doing things because of that drugs. So maybe like 4 weeks.
4 weeks sounds good.
It's called
You need
Dark-
at least a month to convince people that, hey, maybe being baked all the time isn't all that fun. You could maybe, I don't know, eat something you haven't
water?
eaten in 4 weeks, Jason. We don't have a well yet.
Remember, if you're thirsty, you're not baked enough, so they clearly need to be more hydrated.
Which we haven't completed yet.
No.
Also, if you're still hungry, you're not baked enough, remember?
Y'all, it is a Thursday night.
Echo, your turn.
Oh, it's my turn? Fuck.
It is your turn, darling.
I'm not prepared.
You're
Well,
never prepared for
you
the
gotta-
Spanish Inquisition.
You gotta draw a card.
The eldest among you dies. What caused the death? Or the eldest among you is very sick. Caring for them and searching for a cure requires the help of the entire community. Do not reduce the project dice this week.
Ooh.
Let's care for our elders.
All right.
Oh,
Project
okay.
die. Do not reduce this week.
Fantastic.
Nice.
Um,
Then you still have your action.
I do have an action.
You
On
do.
the note of that's happening, let's do a project to build some sort of hospital, for lack of a better word, but a place to take care of people.
Medical center, clinic,
Hospice.
hospice.
Asylum.
Not that one.
That seems multi-use, multifunctional. in this
Of
Oh,
place.
course.
the
Yeah.
asylum is also the meeting place of the AAs.
Cool.
Sure,
Yeah.
let's build an asylum. I
The
like
place
that
of the
word.
us, according to the
Where are we gonna
According to
build
the
this
caption.
asylum? Echo?
It's the
Also-
third story of the temple.
Also, where is Narc Anon, by the way?
sorry.
Okay. Oh, wait. You said Narc Anon. I just understood Narcon. So basically, the
Narccorn.
narcotics convention.
That's
I think
gotta
that's what
be
this community is.
the
It's
hell of a
the
time.
NarcCon.
So right
Mm,
here is your NA
I'm-
person. So put that wherever you want.
I will.
And then this guy.
Let's I think we just agreed that the narcs also get helped in the hospital, so just put them together.
Put them side by side.
All right.
They're right next to the housing.
Let's say that's a 5-week project.
Got it.
Mm,
Because we're like struggling on supplies and you gotta build up a place.
Yeah. I mean, technically, medicine isn't even a supply that we have.
I mean,
who needs
that's
medicine
a
if you have
project that could be
joints?
worked on.
Who needs medicine when you have all of these drugs?
like you do.
Well, it's medicinal.
All right.
No, that's what I'm saying is that all we have to do is take the drugs and make them into actual medicine and not drugs.
That's
Why
not
would
how
we
that's not how every drug works.
Yes, it is now.
In this world, yes.
It's not.
Whose turn is it?
It is yours, Mel.
Okay. Oh, heck, that's not correct.
I think we're running out of project slots.
Yeah.
Uh,
Probably
yeah.
can't really start another project. Probably shouldn't. Summer is a time for production and tending to the earth. Start a project related to food production. Or summer is a time for conquest and the gathering of might. Start a project related to military readiness and conquest.
Looks like
So I
you're starting the
literally
project.
have to start a project.
Yep.
Right after you said you shouldn't.
It's fine. Everything's reducing by 1 this turn anyway, so like we're gonna have some space soon.
Yeah. I think. Okay, I think with all these high as fuck hippies, we need a military presence. So
Do we?
all these like
Really?
these folks need something else to channel their energy and focus into besides getting high.
Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya. I'm just saying.
So we're gonna start a project and start a we're gonna start a militia to protect the people from invaders. And I think that that's gonna be for like a basic squad, like a 4-week project. Let's do this in like American terms. 4 weeks for training sounds about right.
You have to consider that they're all high, though.
Yeah, 4 weeks still sounds about right.
So we're just channeling the rage spirit.
Yeah,
It's not
totally.
that much training, but more giving them more drugs
Totally.
to make them angry.
Yeah,
We
and
listen-
I
no, we
think
listen
they,
to
I think they train along the coast. So I'm just gonna,
Very
yeah,
nice.
we'll put them like right here.
Do they
We
fight
listen-
Herman and the dragons to train?
Probably. Well, we're trying to tame Herman right now, so I would say for now no. But the dragons maybe.
I don't know. We haven't really seen very hide or tail of the
Hmm.
dragons. I just want to put in the 2 cents of they channel the spirit of the rainbow vomit
Yes.
spewing
100%.
skull in the sky.
So, I'm just gonna do my action really quick. I'm gonna make a discovery. As we're digging out the well, we stumble across some glowing mineral that gives off
God damn.
an aura of protection. I don't know. I'm making the shit up as I go. Are you
I
okay?
just saw Artemis's message in the quote channel.
Oh, I did not see that. So...
By the power of gay skull.
Yes, good. Excellent. So yeah, we discover some fancy rock. There's not a lot of it, so I'd probably list it as a scarcity if you must. But it gives off an aura of protection, like some kind of shielding stone or something like that. But we find that while digging the well for, actual drinking water.
Cool. Glowy rock.
Glowy rock maybe does the protection thing. And that's my
Cool.
turn.
Nice. Alright. Next up is moi. Alright. Let's draw a card. See what happens. Jay, predators and bad omens are afoot. You are careless and someone goes missing under ominous circumstances. Who? Predators and bad omens are afoot. What measures do you take to keep everyone safe and under surveillance? Do not reduce project dice this week. God, I'm gonna also go with not reducing the project dice.
God damn.
Damn it.
Yeah, inconvenience is fun. What measures do you take to keep everyone safe and under surveillance? The military training gets even more intense. Besides the militia, like one of the people from the Rainbow Cult comes and speaks up to others to be like, hey, we need to get more people in this militia. We need to be protecting our people inside and outside a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
Just cold turkey for everyone.
Yeah.
Let me see. And then action, discover something new. We have so many discoveries right now. Hold a discussion and start a project. We have projects. We have plenty of discoveries. Hold a discussion. What do we have a discussion about? Sure. The same person who makes the militia stronger talks to the general populace and says, we need to organize everyone together under a banner of some sort. Religious, ethics, whatever it needs to be, everyone should be more unified if we are to survive. And next is Kareen.
Oh. Shoot, I wasn't prepared. Though we would like to keep our liberties to worship as we please, I agree that the only way to survive is to band together.
Next would be Artemis.
It's just a very distracted looking fella just gay by the power of gay skull.
Fantastic. Echo.
Oh shit. Someone over there with their shrooms is like, yeah, cool. They're all too fucked up.
We should vote to choose one cult to follow. There are too many and it's really confusing.
That is a solid, weird discussion. All right.
I think it says
The
a
rules
lot
do
about
say
us
it's not
as
supposed to
people.
resolve.
No, I know, it's perfect. Next one up is Kareen. Kareen, go ahead and draw.
Excellent.
Also, just as a side note, I think it says a lot about us as just people. The moment we get to decide what a community is going to be like, we all collectively choose drug addicts trying to
That are
form a
part of
village.
cults. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, drug
Guys
addicts
went from
forming
multiple
divination
drug
cults.
cults.
hmm
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that the 5 of diamonds?
5
thing?
summer. Choices are a project finishes early, what led to its early completion, or the weather is nice and people feel the potential all around them start a new project. Okay. Well, I'm going to choose that a project finishes early. I don't think we need a new project to be started yet. However, I don't even know what all the projects are anymore.
Okay.
There's names on the side.
If you go to the
Ah.
journal section and open up projects, it lists the names of all the projects.
I've been naming all of them and keeping that up to date.
Yeah, I appreciate you for
Look at
that.
Appreciate you, Echo.
Okay.
I know you started doing it, Vinny, and then you stopped, and I was like, you know what? I'll take over.
Yeah, I'm doing a few things.
Okay, so A is
That's why I
Temple
took
Inn,
over.
B is dig a well, C is temple well 2.
Dig a well.
D is
Dig a
make
well.
contact with dragons. E is Narc Anonymous. F is build an asylum. G is start a military. Oh, ooh. You know what? Part of me is like, a well is really important, but we're only 2 weeks off from that. I think that our military has had to has protected us from the ominous stuff, and so successfully that they decided to try their hand in the Mimic Tower and did really well, so that we actually have we have people, for whatever reason, with a combination of the protective stones and really good training. Maybe something about the drugs is helping them out there. We don't know. I don't know. But through a combination of a few, maybe it's actually because they've gotten clean from the drugs, so they're just so much faster than everybody else now.
Macanon.
The point being is that they have been trained efficiently very quickly, and so they did really well against the mimics in the tower.
Okay.
So that's a project that ends early, is training our military.
Yes.
Cool. So if someone wants to draw a symbol of the militia, either Kareen or Mel,
I'll
because
do it.
Go ahead, Mel.
Yeah. So
You're
I'm
the
just
one
gonna-
who wanted to train the military.
Yeah.
I
I'm
just
just
said
gonna-
it finished.
Yep.
everything does lower by 1. So first, D, make contact with dragons completes. So Kareen, if you'd like to talk about how that goes before you move on to your actual action.
Yes, I can do that. We made contact with the dragons, and we realized that the reason we haven't seen them is actually very simple. They're everywhere, but they're small. They're like the biggest among them are like cat and dog size, and not the big dogs, like cat and small dog size.
That's a
Chihuahua.
full-grown dragon.
And the
Is a cat-sized
smallest-
dragon?
And the smallest, like the little baby dragons, come out of like hummingbird and quail egg sizes. Like they're just teeny tiny. So that is
But
our
they're
first
still leading with
contact
the
with
horns.
there's lots of them, but they're all tiny.
Interesting. So contact has been made, and we have discovered small dragons.
Small dragons.
I don't know what to draw to. I do know what to draw to symbolize that.
A ruler.
No, I was just gonna draw really tiny dragons.
Dude.
I can get up to 250. And use the small brush. It's fine.
I believe in you. And then next you get to take your action after that.
Oh yes. My action. We've got a lot of things going on right now.
Mm.
Should we discuss what to do with the small dragons?
Yeah, we can do that. Let's start a discussion about the small dragons.
Did you
Small.
draw? Did you draw?
I
the
will.
small-
I
Where
will
are the
draw them
small
after.
dragons?
I will draw them after.
Okay. So question or statement to open.
Yes. How do we want to handle the masses of small dragons on the cliffs? Question mark.
Next in order would be Artemis and Echo.
We could try to domesticate them and eat their eggs.
What if we just eat them?
Mel?
I think we should feed them to Herman as a treat.
Dragon candy.
The
He's been a really good boy. He deserves it.
That's untrue. We don't know about that yet.
Yeah, you still got one more week before you find that out.
The militia head who started organized people says we should train them to fight in our military. Eyes in the sky would always be more helpful. And since you opened with a statement or question, you get to finish with a statement, Corinne.
Yes. I've been listening carefully to what everyone has said.
At least 3 people suggested consuming them in some form.
I have listened to everything they've said, actually. I just have been listening intently, so I haven't been thinking as hard as what I should say. I think if done correctly, we can use them in all of these capacities.
So we should breed the dragons?
We sacrificed some of
No
them
more.
for Herman.
No more discussion on that. That's where that conversation ends. Cool. Next up is Artemis.
Okay.
Go ahead and draw.
The 7 of Summer. Either introduce a mystery at the edge of a map, or an unattended situation becomes problematic and scary. What is it? How does it go awry?
I mean, we have like 4 fucking calls.
I was gonna
so
say,
you tell me.
take your goddamn pick, man.
We have 30 things that could be.
I think.
Is that hard for you?
Occasionally. No. Oh, no. I have a brilliant idea.
Oh no.
So those dragons are tiny. Unfortunately, the breath attacks are just like normal dragon breath attacks.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine having a bumblebee-sized dragon that shoots flame in a 15-foot cone. I would classify that as problematic and scary.
Yeah.
Yep. That is fair. If you'd like to show that by drawing, like, I don't know, a cone of breath
Fire?
weapon or something, yeah. As you begin doing that terrifying thing,
I
we
drew
will
2 tiny dragons for you to play with.
we're gonna go through all the things that completed because we had 3 things complete. First, Tame Herman.
Cool.
How's that go?
It goes pretty well. Herman learns to catch fish in exchange for. We find out he really likes seeds. So we use those as a positive reinforcement to get him to fetch fish for us, so that fish are no longer a scarcity.
I love that he likes seeds. That's cute.
Yeah.
That is cute.
All right. I'm gonna say switch seeds and fish in the scarcity and abundance sections. But yeah, that sounds awesome.
It would
B,
be nice if the notes thing would open for me.
What was B? Because B is deleted and I didn't read it.
Dig a well.
Well. So how well is the well?
The well?
Well,
Actually.
I got that.
Well, actually, it has been.
Underwhelming?
The thing is that it works.
well established.
The thing is that it works.
Falcon is going to kill me.
But what we didn't realize is that first guy that disappeared down the well is not the only person who's disappeared down the well. And
Oh.
so we can get water from it, but every once in a while someone just disappears down there.
That sounds like an SAP in the making.
Uh-huh.
Creepy.
Can
Yeah.
anybody else not open the notes tab anymore?
It's open for me.
I
Our
already
notes
have it
is open.
I can probably edit it. What
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
We're
Alright.
swapping seeds and fish.
Cool. And then also C was the next level of the temple, which was already talked about.
Temple
someone-
2, Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I will draw a quick square on top of that, I guess. Just show it more shiny, new, number 2. All right. And that was whose turn was this?
Creams.
Green. So you now have an action to use.
No, wasn't that?
No, I already
Green.
did
That was
I
Artemis's
skipped the
turn.
discussion.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's
Oh,
fine.
so
Question-
Artemis.
Question
what's-
though.
What's up?
Should we adjust the scarcity of the water with the well being built or not?
Yeah, we
Oh,
adjust
yeah.
that. Also adjust images of these things that are getting adjusted. So the
Yes.
well should be changed, and then Harmon should have like fish coming out of his mouth or something, or seeds going into his mouth. I don't know. Artemis, you have an action.
Yeah, my action. How many project markers do we have available right now? Quite a few, right?
So many, yeah.
So many
They,
now.
they
We
all
just
ran
finished so
out.
many projects.
We have an asylum and an NA department being built. So everything's medical related at the moment that is being built.
Okay, so everything is medical related. Let's have some fun, shall we?
Mm. That's
Whenever
not
you say
fair.
that, I get very scared.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh, it's not like that's the intention or anything.
Mm, So it was discovered that the sand of the beach is edible because it isn't sand at all, but actually granulated. Oh gosh, what's it called?
Brain?
Granulated sugar crystals,
Oh, like brown sugar?
basically. So think
Which
of it
one
as
of these high fuckers discovered that?
no, wait.
Which one of these
Yeah.
decided to lick
Oh,
sand?
Absolutely. So think of it as if ancient sugarcane fossilizes, the sugar fossilizes as well and gets rubbed down into sand, and that's basically it. Is my bullshit science explanation of it.
Cool.
Great.
And yeah, so
So we have sugar sand.
now some people want to set up some kind of digging site there to extract the sugar and see if they can use it to either sweeten some stuff or to use it otherwise. Maybe
So does this
I
mean
don't
the
know.
ocean water is sweet and not salty?
Well,
Exactly.
second thing, either discover something new or start a project.
Yeah.
You're-
Okay,
you're
I'm
kinda
going to
mixing
start
One
a
of those.
project to make a sugar quarry at the beach.
Okay.
And yes, it is as stupid as it sounds.
I love it.
Cool. Draw a little bit of just like I don't know something on the sand to show that it
I
is
will.
sugary, please.
I will.
After Artemis is Echo, so we're gonna go to Echo.
How long is that gonna take?
I'd say it takes about 3 weeks.
Mm.
Alright.
Because they basically just need shovels and some sieves. At least for the first part.
All right. I'm gonna draw a card if I can speak. Outsiders arrive in the area. Why are they a threat? How are they vulnerable? Or they arrive and how are they greeted? I'm gonna say that they arrive from the left of the map where the shrooms and trees are, and they are greeted with the shrooms. Would you like to try this?
The same shrooms or another new shroom?
The same shrooms. They want to
Okay.
share the shrooms with the new people that have showed up.
Gotcha. Oh, so that's how they
Okay,
read. So
we also now
how
have Bumblebee Fire.
how many of them are there?
Let's say 10.
Cool. So a small segment. Cool. All projects go down. So E, which is Narc Anonymous. So how's NA going?
NA's going pretty well in some cases, not quite as well in other cases. So
Clearly.
unfortunately, Cassandra's people kind of refuse to have any part of it because they believe in just studying the fumes and stuff, and yeah. But some of the other people, wait, what did we have? The shroom people. Some of the shroom people and the cactus juice people decide to maybe ease off on it a little. Maybe just take it recreationally and not as the main form of sustenance.
All right. So recreational drug use. Cool.
Yeah, so
And-
recreational drug use, but not just a cactus juice and mushroom diet.
Cool. It's nice to know they improved a little bit.
Baby steps.
Cool. If you'd like to express that on the board however you see fit, go ahead.
Yeah, will do.
Good
This is
God.
done in
And-
some way.
Then Echo, you have an action proper now, I think.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking, I've run out of ideas.
You could just hold a discussion.
I don't know what to have a discussion about either. That's the problem.
We got mini dragon flamethrowers. We have the Sawanjins. We have the tower that has not been touched since being cleared of the gold coins. Herman is our pet now. There's that random ice thing that no one's gone out to see. No one's even gone towards the giant skull that's in the fucking sky.
Yeah, that's because it's vomits rainbows now.
When you drink cactus juice, it does.
Oh yeah.
There's also the wheel is still technically there, so if you want to do something with the water wheel.
I would be able to
yeah,
do
let's
something
start a project
useful.
to fix the water wheel.
Okay.
Cool.
I'm gonna say that's a 2-weeker.
2-weeker. Alright. Yeah, I don't know which one I dragged over, so we're just gonna.
I hope it was B, because that's the one I started typing on.
It was.
Fantastic.
Yay.
I usually go to whatever is the most in order, what's free.
Oh, that's fine.
I think I have accidentally deleted one of your tokens.
Yeah, you did. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The Nack Anonymous one.
No, it was the build an asylum,
Oh,
Yeah.
which is going to complete in a
Same
second
thing, but different.
after Mel takes a turn.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah, draw a card.
A project fails. Which one? Why? Or something goes foul and supplies are ruined. Add a new scarcity. What projects do we have right now?
the sugar mine at the beach.
Sugar Quarry, fix the water wheel, and build the asylum technically has not finished yet, so you could also do that. Just those 3.
I think building the sugar quarry fails because everyone is too busy consuming the sugar sand to actually fucking be productive.
It's
And-
also a narcotic. Fuck.
Oh,
Yeah.
are they eating it or are they snorting it?
Both. The answer is both. The point is they're consuming it instead of actually building a stable structure.
It's a very
Because
white
it's
sand.
just too good. So that project fails.
Okay, nice. As that one fails, build an asylum finishes. I don't remember whose that was.
That was mine.
All right, what happens with your asylum?
So it gets built pretty well, sort of, in this world. Everyone's too high to actually complete anything properly. But it's there, and people can start going there to get help for whatever the fuck is wrong with them. Because there's a lot of fucking things wrong in this community.
Spiritually, physically.
Yes.
There's no guarantee that it'll actually help, but like people can try with the few that are still not high as fuck.
Yep, that's
There
fair.
are people in this community that oh yeah, right, the bunk bed people.
Yeah, we
They're
still have
now,
people that aren't high.
yeah, they're like 1/5 of the population at this point. All right. And then you have an action, Mel.
Oh fuck.
Maybe later.
This is what I deal with on the daily.
It is 11:45 at night. Oh, I feel like okay. I'm gonna hold a discussion.
Okay.
Based on the question of, do we really need the water wheel to be fixed?
Next up is me. If we find a resource that we need a continuous motion brought towards, then yes. But we don't have one yet. Kareen.
It could help us with pumping water, though, from that well. Then we wouldn't have to send people down it to disappear.
Next up is Artemis.
But that river's been dried up for months.
Sure.
The river's not dried up. The
The lake.
spring is.
The spring is, but
Yeah, and the spring are the things that form the river.
Yes,
The-
but the
the ri-
river's connected to the ocean.
yeah. Well, I mean, it doesn't. The ocean doesn't fill up the river. The lakes fill up the river and go out to the ocean. But either way, I mean, there's still probably some water. It's definitely reduced comparatively.
In that case, this is just one of the potheads that said that. Just yeah, but it was gone for months.
Echo.
Yes, but we may be able to get it back.
Mel.
Everything has a purpose. There are no dumb projects.
It was the vibes for me.
So deserve what's about to happen.
Oh,
Thank God.
I don't like when those words come out of Vinny's mouth.
Me neither.
Cool. One of my things completed, which basically is Vinny gets to throw a wrench into this problem,
Love
make
that.
it a little
Oh
worse.
yeah, because we don't do that our own.
No, never.
Because we don't throw enough wrenches into our own problems.
What problems? What problems?
Problems.
So I'm sure we're close to the end of summer, but not probably quite there yet.
We are done.
Oh, we are? Ooh, perfect. That's a perfect time to actually wrap up and pick up next time with autumn. So a few things begin to happen. One, Herman, you start seeing less of Herman slowly over time. And he starts going over towards the eastern side of the map, towards where the other dragons are, and you see him disappearing under there a lot. But still comes over, still trades fish for seeds. It's just
Is
less-
Herman actually a Hermina?
oh, God. uh,
That's the next discovery.
uh,
Herman has
no.
babies.
under in
No,
the
that's a project.
under in the well, as people begin going under, as you guys begin working on potentially connecting the water wheel to the well and making it an aqueduct system. It's figured out by one of the next people that go in and don't come back out. The next night after the person doesn't come out, there's about as much rock of this special rock as there was body beforehand. This little goblin
shit.
No.
form, for whatever is inside this well, has now become pieces of what was once a goblin and is now just this magic stone.
The magic
Can I
protection.
roll an insight check
The-
with disadvantage to figure out that I'm stupid enough to not notice that?
No. This is a thing. This is at very least a rumor that starts spreading through the community, if not an actual truth. And as the militia starts uniting and the different groups, people start beginning to try to get help, and the different divination cult member groups start trying their best to work together.
Stop it. Get some help.
Besides, Cassandra has a new right-hand person who begins stepping up and begins talking about washing away all of the things that are currently holding people back from connecting, about washing away not the drugs themselves, but the symbols that hold them to it. And all of the people with the rainbow colors wash away the rainbows and don white clothes, white emblems, and white masks.
Oh no.
And that's where we're going to end this session.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
this
not.
is nice.
Vinny, just for map's sake, the little pink and red mark out of tools down the middle, can you get rid of that? Because we do have tools now.
Hell yeah.
Because that was to indicate that we didn't have tools.
Look at us
I'm
having
saying,
tools.
Anytime that white cloaks and white masks are involved, it's not a good time. It's not. It's
Really
no
not.
bueno.
Okay, so the next project would be a purge for all white masked and white road people.
We're bringing the purge into this society? Okay, I guess.
Also, we're bringing the KKK. That wasn't my intention, but Jesus. Okay.
Oh
You
yeah,
have
I'm
to-
sorry. You're playing with
Maybe you should turn off your
gay
stream,
people.
Vinny.
And...
To be clear, we
Why?
we def no, to be clear, we
Definitely
definitely prefaced with we're not going to cover specific topics
Yeah.
because and we're all adult enough to know which topics we're not going to address.
Yeah.
And then the fucking DM starts it.
Wait,
Well-
which means that in this world, those connotations I'm sure are different.
Those guys do not exist.
Yeah, very, very different. I mean, it's not like you guys don't already know people with white masks.
Yeah, it's not like we
Paraphernalia.
don't already know a cult with white
Yeah,
masks.
the KKK is just the Kelly Clarkson cult.
The white masks walks
Yeah.
the streets.
I remember that shit.
Yeah, you
sir.
should.
Gentlefolk bullshit.
That's what I'm good at. But yeah, we're gonna pick up next time. We don't know when. It's gonna get people free again. But hey, we got through 2 seasons, which means considering there won't be prep time next time, we should be able to get through the next 2.
Oh, I'm sure we
Uh,
will. It'll still
yeah.
be just as chaotic, but it won't take as long, probably.
Yeah, it won't take
Oh.
4 hours. It might just take 3.
Nice.
This game is supposed to run for 4
It
hours.
can also
Yeah,
take us because
welcome.
what if the first card we draw in winter is the bad one?
Yeah,
It
I
could.
mean,
It really could. We have no idea.
Winter
Doesn't
could show up
necessarily
and
mean
be
it's a
like,
bad
"Boom,
one, it just
orange
means
juice,
it's a-
that's life."
Orange juice, that's life. Alright guys, thank you for anyone who's hanging out that isn't us. Appreciate you coming by. I read some of the comments and they made me laugh. So thank you for that.
thank you for coming. It's so
yeah.
good to see you guys.
And we
Bye,
will
friends.
hang out with y'all next time.